Because I'm starting to record right now. You have no idea how many times a day I have to think about that statement that you made those years ago. Everything is backwards now. Alright? 190 fucking percent.
The people that didn't work keep their job, and the people that did work, they don't keep their job. But how's that fucking make sense?
People spitting in the fucking food get to keep their jobs while the management watches them do it. And the guy even said, he goes, "You're not supposed to do that." This is the manager of the whole store.
You fired him right then, you fired.
Fucking guy got another job, right? Left, and then they said, "Well, we'll give you hours if you want to come back." Like he's a valued member of society.
He saved up saliva. Did you build up saliva while he was gone?
He's probably fucking, like, these are the type of people that are like, oh, take shit for medicine. You know what I mean? Like, the swallowing the pills. It's the same thing. So this is the NFG podcast with Jay the Usual, emergency podcast. We're here at a very dark time in human history. It's 2025, February. Basically, I've lost the ability to make income with any other job besides what we're doing here. And this is after the basically blocking and blacklisting of me and my brand. Today we have a very special guest for one of our first interviews in quite some time, Mr. Billy Haze.
Maybe you can see me already.
He's definitely a classic from past episodes that you're going to want to watch. Some of our best content comes from this man here. And especially from one of our most classic of rants years back. I forget what we titled it. But I know the topic was people taking pills of human shit and regrowing their hair.
McNamara.
like we'll never ever forget the name of the doctor though. Yeah. That came up with this dark medicine.
Damien McNamara.
Do you remember looking it up and when it said his first name was Damien, you were like, oh, I knew it, the name of the devil.
Fit perfectly. I was like, I had the pen.
And now, of course, at like one of the weirdest times too, like yet again, Trump is back in office, right? We got Elon Musk, who's now buddy with him, and RFK Jr., who's to me like a mini Frankenstein as he walks around with what he says.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, that's why. He's got a worm in his head, and it's been telling him the Kellogg's rooster is fucked up, and he's putting shit in our cereal. You got Bill Gates. He's steadily still trying to fuck the world up. Like nobody's gone after him. I was just talking to somebody about this today that works in the Fall River city of Fall River, Massachusetts, where we come from. And this guy who runs the biggest company I think in town, about how you still got Bill Gates and people like Fauci walking around, and yet they were trying to hang Pence for doing something that he legally couldn't even fucking do. Meanwhile, these assholes are actually fucking doing stuff to us actively. And the fucking president knows about it, and nobody gives a shit.
Like Fauci getting what? They dropped all, if there was ever charges to be brought towards him.
Oh, you mean the fucking magical pardon?
For the vaccine.
Yeah.
Something that they continue making with a new virus coming out soon, I think.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, they're calling this, the ones that the humans can get, a quademic. So you got the flu, COVID, I think a cold.
Yeah, supposedly the real flu is like killing more people this year than the coronavirus.
That's what I've heard too.
Or the bird flu. Bird flu is yet like hit any really like substantial human beings, right?
From what I understand, yeah, it's only affecting farm workers and veterinary workers and people that work directly with chickens and stuff like that.
Maybe with the weather starting to change soon, maybe it'll calm down.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. What I don't like to see is the fact that every time you try to look up when you find like these posts of people find groups of dead birds somewhere, that when they go to get them investigated, the people that are supposed to investigate never show up.
Yeah.
And then when they ask them why, they tell them, oh, we can't retrieve the bodies because it's winter, they're on ice, in like icy areas, or they don't want them to go to prevent the spread of the virus. But
which don't make sense because they should show up with like a hazmat suit, whatever,
yeah.
And take it so you can sample it to make sure that's what the fucking thing died from.
Instead, you know what they've done is they've closed the parks entirely.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how the hell that serves the public, because they only put up signs, closed it, and then just let people figure it out.
If it goes into the air, if it becomes airborne,
that's a good point.
You're just leaving it there.
In fact, Buttonwood Zoo,
especially as things store, you know.
Yeah. Well, like Buttonwood Zoo, they had a seal die the other day, right? People were asking what the fuck happened because they wouldn't open the zoo, and it's already a little bit past that time where they would normally open. And it was told just yesterday that it actually did have the bird flu. But people were asking, like, the seals are in an enclosure. How the hell did it get bird flu? And
flying by, shit into the water.
It could be that. It could be the fact that they're right next to the geese in that pond area that's over there.
All the geese getting in there.
And then the wind blows it in. It could be any number of these things. So the fact that people think that they're actually, like, there isn't going to be some massive spread of this virus are not only totally mistaken, it's not being widely reported that it's already endemic in some species, which is right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Apparently it just made the spread to cows, and they can't stop it at this point. That's what they've said. So now it's going to get the chance to mutate twice as much, because there's more beef in the country than I believe there is chicken. Not like number-wise, but like pound-wise.
Yeah.
So now we've got a whole other problem with that, but then you have the widespread wildlife.
Which is kind of, it was something I just read today. I think it's turkey, which is ironic, the name turkey. I think they're going to be sending eggs to the United States, but nowhere close to what we normally had.
What, eggs from turkeys, you saying?
No, but from Turkey. That's what I think it's from. They're going to be shipping them over to the United States, like millions or trillions, something like that, but it's nothing like what we used. So there is still going to be a shortage, but prices apparently are like still three something.
Yeah, they've been like kind of steady. Yeah.
I don't eat them. One day I was going to get into the hysteria and go buy a dozen, and then I say to myself, what the fuck, I don't even fucking eat it. I don't even eat them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like eggs to begin with.
Well, you need a good way to store them.
I mean, if you're making bacon cakes, I guess you need them, but the ridiculous people are out there buying 10, 12 dozen at a time.
Well, I like the ones that are buying it and selling it.
Tonight is the auction. They're probably selling to them.
I was going to talk to you about that.
Eggs go for $6, $7 a dozen.
So yet again, I find myself, and this is something that you brought directly to my attention before anybody else, but I looked up reports to see if it was true, and it was. Apparently, they're still running auctions and farm sale group ups of different animals at different farm locations.
Yeah, no, who's testing, you know what I mean?
Nobody.
Nobody's testing them to see if they got the bird flu, and now you're going to spread it.
Yeah, so a lot of this like small-time hustling stuff that a lot of people that really don't like to even put in the public sphere is a lot of how some of this is going to spread too. And there's even animals from different countries that go to these things sometimes.
New York City.
Yeah.
They have Chinese people selling them. Don't know where those eggs came from. They're saying it came from a business, though, or something like that.
Well, that's where the black market...
You don't really know.
That's where the black market that you told me about for the... remember the baby eels?
$7.99 a dozen from them.
Well, I believe it. I was seeing them...
And the guy's like, oh, that's cheap. I guess
I was seeing them like 12, 15 bucks a dozen down in New York. Like, yeah, right at tables, and they were like laughing and fucking, oh, yeah, we're making a killing. Yeah. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, you know?
Start selling fucking ostrich eggs.
Yeah. Oh.
Then you don't need a dozen eggs. You only need one.
Dude, they keep trying to bring back the mammoth, dude. We gotta get the pterodactyl to get those eggs. Yeah, I wonder, too, sometimes. It's like, did they bring back the virus to, like, you know what I mean, to make the numbers go down and all this shit, so they could, like, you know, jack the price.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna bring back the pterodactyl, and that's gonna charge fucking crazy.
Fucking things are crazy. Everything's ass back, which it always has been for a while now.
Yeah, we were talking before the show started about how I can't make money. I can't make money at all right now until we actually get people, literally, to band together and either start a small business, restart a business to sell the photography, the podcast, advertising space, like what we're doing now, and even actually selling stuff like a yard sale, but online.
Or the job that you just lost.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying.
We'll open up a business like that and have people that actually don't do fucking bad shit or get people sick, the real good workers, and keep them instead of hiring them and getting rid of the good people, because that just seems like what they're doing.
Yeah, all I've been seeing is people that have been spitting in food, leaving dirty, moldy shit. I have been in some of the darkest places in human history. That I'm like, this is like a medieval tomb what I'm walking through. And it's like, you think that you're in a movie, but it's not. And then, of course, you think to yourself, well, let me specialize, right? Let me try to do something for my family so that way I don't have to deal with all this crazy shit. I get a pilot's license. I get a computer with a stimulus check from from Trump himself. That's exactly what I took.
If we're gonna get it.
No, the old one.
Oh, the old one.
That's how I got my computer.
Yeah.
And the 2 GoPros that I ended up using to record all the stuff we went and recorded when we first began.
Yeah.
And then I saved up my own on my own, and I got assistance from my mom to get a car, 2 cars, one, both of which, one, I think the transmission blew, and I could not get a transmission replaced in the whole tri-state area for a Hyundai. My mom's over 20-year-old, I think it's a Chevy, transmission just blew yesterday. Within a day, they found one for $500. I waited fucking 6 months to fix that fucking Hyundai. See, that's what I was running into, because there was places that said they could do it, but then they charged me $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a fucking Hyundai transmission swap. I'm like, are you fucked?
Could have bought a brand new one for cheaper.
No shit, I could have bought a whole other car. Fucking, so now, like I said, we're at the point where I'm gonna have to do this sort of thing, because I've been applying to regular jobs for months, years I've been applying, just the regular minimum wage jobs. The only job that I could maybe secure right now, and I have experience in a bunch of different things, including from like minimum wage to the management level of operating a business. I've done closing, receiving, all that shit. I have a forklift operator's license. I can't even reliably get a job at a McDonald's right now. I would have to actually physically walk into the place and have the fill out the app online and then talk to the manager and be like, I just did it.
All transitioning over to AI, right? Sure.
That's part of it. Thousands and thousands of applications are put in by AI every single day now. So now they have to sift through that crap on top of all the other people that are actually looking for work, which is a shit ton.
Yeah.
Then you got people that they don't do the jobs correctly. You got a weird work ethic problem out there, and the allowance of insane shit is, I don't know who the fuck is paying off all of these fucking health code people, but I have been to so many fucking places where there are violations that it makes me really wonder, is there actually anybody at the Better Business Bureau? Is there anybody actually at the fucking health code places for these states? Because all this money getting pulled from the fucking feds like we were just talking about, the Elon Musk and Trump great slashes for the federal government that just started.
While you was working there, did you ever have people come in to check?
Yeah, that's what blows my mind. They'd come in, right, and you know the only thing they would say, as they'd walk right past shit that you shouldn't have, moldy food right next to fresh food, they'd walk right past that and go, that broom's in front of that sink. Can't have that. Can you move that? Now a fine for that is $10,000 to $30,000 fucking dollars per.
See, back in the day, if I worked in a restaurant or somewhere like that, there was people that came in, and if you didn't take care of it, you would be closed down.
Yeah, and I've been in places where they do it the day of.
Yeah.
Because they'd even pay them off and be like, hey, can you just tell us when you're coming?
Yeah, you got a day or two to do it.
Yeah.
You don't get it done.
Nope. Not anymore. Now you don't even have to fucking worry about it. Go ahead, shit on the floor. They've had human shit on the floor.
Paid off or something.
They had human shit coming out of a drain in the fucking middle of where the fucking produce is.
Now that should have been closed down and everything taken out of here and thrown away.
This is a place that rehired somebody that that a manager watched the guy spit into the fucking food daily. And when I caught them, he goes, well, you shouldn't do that.
And they laid him off, and then
I didn't hit him or kill him, by the way.
Lay you off in the meantime and bring him back. There you go.
Yeah. Now we're starting to get a picture of what the fuck's going on. I mean, really. Oh, well, they're doing billions in federal spending cutting. No shit. When you got people that are down at the fucking lowest level, they don't even have the decency to feed their own friends and family shit that's safe. They're gonna fuck with their own neighborhoods. It's like,
and they get the cutting of some of it, you know what I mean? Because there is a lot of waste of money in that. It happened throughout my jobs. There was higher-ups that made more money than me that actually they didn't work. We did the work, and they kept their jobs when it was layoff time because they've been there for so long.
Seniority.
But they didn't do anything.
Another thing that I have up on people that they've given more hours to than me this week. I know how to do. I can physically do a job better than 3 people that are there.
That they're teaching.
They can't even physically do it. Lift a box, they can't do it. One person that needs an hour break rather than a half an hour because they're too overweight. And this is what I'm going against. And they're literally like, we need those other people way more than we need your physically capable ass. Imagine?
No.
Well, now it's real. You don't have to.
Tough times at work now, boy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought it was bad when they were swallowing poop pills and trying to convince people to do that shit. And it's like, well, at least they were paying them. Now, forget it. Now they're making you swallow shit and telling you to go fuck yourself on top of it.
The way the prices are going and shit with everything, like all my friends, I'm lucky, you know, I get to live with my mother and just pay, you know, what I can afford.
You and me both.
But by the end of the month, I gotta you know, scrounge up fucking something for food. There's not enough money.
And two extremely attractive single men that are capable like us to sit here and be like, well, there's really nothing else for us. In America, in 2025, are you smoking meth and acid at the same time?
Oh, I can't even work. Nobody will hire me.
This is what blows my mind.
A health risk.
Dude, how about this? How about you have...
Afraid I'm going to sue him or whatever. I heard that, you know.
How about you sign off on a waiver? These are the things that I'm saying that it's
yeah,
like...
they don't even want that.
They should provide it. Yeah, exactly.
It should be there in place.
Yeah. Fucking, well, we can't have people that are, you know, we can't have rights. I mean, Jesus, God. And then, we were talking about, like, those federal cuts, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you randomly fire missile guys, you fire CDC guys, you fire nuclear guys. Then you rehire them the next day. What the fuck's going on there? I'll tell you what, it's all being run by an AI because the AI didn't know any better than to fucking let these people go, and they had to fucking rehire them. This is the only way you can get all this stuff done this fast. That's why it blew my mind the first few days. Executive order, executive order, executive order.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck is giving this guy this information that he didn't do this the first time? Right? So I started thinking about it.
Yeah, was he sitting up for 24 hours straight signing things?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm like, what the fuck else could be up to this? And I'm like, a fucking AI would be.
Computer.
Yeah. I heard rumors a few years back that they wanted to give the nukes and control of the world to an AI because it was smarter than any human. The thing they call AGI. So if there really is something out there that's as smart as like it seems to every human like a god, it can tell the future, and they're gonna go to it for every decision.
Which I can't see that how the fuck can it tell it? I mean, it can tell some things that everybody knows is gonna be happening, but other shit, come on.
Well,
Can't trust in that.
Well, you know how see that's the thing, right? If you have a real psychic, let's say like you created one, right? Because it was so smart that it could tell with probability what's gonna happen next. If you had that, what would stop it if you were to just like trust
how could
it?
you believe in it?
If you were to trust it, how could you just know like, oh yeah, okay, that's the right thing? You got to know yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They can't just accept something like eating your own shit pill. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly my point, dude.
That's a long time. Or the shots that they gave us for the reasons why I didn't take it. I'm not trusting in any of the shit you were slinging. You didn't even give it time to see what comes of it.
Yeah, and now you got 2 weeks.
We know. How the fuck do I know? You didn't do testing, so I'm gonna trust your ass. And good thing I didn't.
No shit, because then months later, it all got blocked for 70 years. They said, now what the fuck do you gotta hide for 70 years? That's so important in that shit.
People getting pardoned beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go already.
I don't understand.
That's what I mean. Everybody trusting in fucking bullshit. It's all ass backwards. It's fucked up. Now they're saying, isn't it day coming? I think it's been on the internet. I don't know if you've seen it. That they want what I suggested, but I suggested sit home for a week. But now this is for a day or two. Some kind of day. You take the whole day off. Don't buy gas. Don't go nowhere. Don't do this. Don't go to the grocery store. And that's what they're trying to do that on Facebook and pass it to everybody so everybody sits home for that one day.
I remember we talked about that.
But I wanted everybody to sit home for a motherfucking week. And this was years ago to teach these motherfuckers something.
Yeah, because that would fuck their shit up.
If you was to plan and then, you know, with your food and everything, don't go to the grocery store, don't go to the gas station, don't spend a dime, don't go to work. Now, if that don't send the message, what will? Now it's coming out. I'm like, I already fucking said this. Who took my idea and now they're running with it? Well, run with it for a week, not a day.
Well, like I was,
Maybe now a day is start with a day.
You know what I mean?
I've been stretching the meals out from food stamps. After 2 days, I'll be out of food that I got to buy out of my pocket.
Well, like, look at what I ended up doing, right? I tried to start a fucking business. This is like what they tell you to do. You know what I mean? It's somebody my age and shit. I took the money that they gave us during the fucking pandemic. I started a podcast before the big podcast boom, right? I get blocked by the fucking White House. I get blocked by fucking Facebook, fucking shadow ban, and YouTube. So now you got all three of the big players blocking me. No legal recourse. Jobs before this that I had, right? TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
They were supposed to rehire me if there was fucking work available in a safe environment.
Places are closing down.
They were still fucking never hired me back.
Yeah.
And I was totally fucking available to work. And ever since then, it's been, every app that I send in was like, oh, we'll contact you back. And I never get anything back. And it's almost, and I swear, I think it has something to do, and I can't prove this yet. And even saying this publicly is a little weird. Ever since I got a weird message from, not the Illuminati, the Freemasons.
No.
on Instagram when I first started the podcast. And then later on, when I started breaking through again...
What were they trying to tell you?
Oh, you can join up real easy. This is how you do it. All this fucking like initiation shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I'm like, but I was looking at like some of the stuff that they were into, like the particular guy, and he was like into like a crypto scam or some shit. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, nah, I already don't trust what the fuck y'all are into. But later on, they
a lot of weird initiation things too.
I've heard. But like, I don't even want to be like involved in that stuff normally anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at this fucking point, dude, it's like, dude, I'll sell my soul to the fucking devil to get out of this fucking horror. I mean, I sit at home, I have no car, and if it's wintertime and it's too fucking cold, I can't get the fuck out there. The other day I was out there with double layers and gloves. I couldn't feel my fucking fingers or feet. I was only out there for an hour. Fucking try to get work, forget it. You know what I mean? So now the weather's starting to turn a little bit. Luckily, I have that to look forward to this week. I'll be able to get around on the board. I'll be trying to sell advertisement space and picking up applications at the same fucking time. But what were we just talking about before that? So I don't want to say who specifically, right, because of the podcast, but somebody that we know might actually lose their job directly because of that federal spending thing that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear anything that they were going into the military cuts. I thought it was only for like bureaucracy shit.
No, people already got laid off, supposedly.
No shit.
Yeah.
No, what?
Like if they've been here, like, I think it's a year, or less than a year, or a year and a half, and less than that, or something like that. But if you've been here 2 or 3 years, you might be safe.
Like a probationary period,
But then they
right?
came up with that thing now that you're going to answer the 5 questions. If you don't, you get, that's it, you get fired. And like I said, it's weird. I can't really get into that and say, because I don't want any backlash from that.
Yeah, of course.
I was telling you earlier.
But you were saying, like we were talking about possibly getting that $5,000 rebate.
And that's, I heard it, but I've yet to see anything about it, so I don't even know where the people heard that from. I haven't
It's
seen
been
nothing
everywhere.
About it. People are talking about it, but you'd think it'd be on Facebook or the news. I haven't.
Trump said
nothing.
it on Fox, and then Elon said it in...
And then the people that are working
official
are supposed to get the 5, and the people that are on disability or can't work or whatever reason they can't work, they're only getting half.
See, that's the shit that fucking irks me, because I don't understand where they think that they're going to get a better opportunity, because, like, you have them on limits already.
Yeah.
If they need shit, and it's extra, especially like we did the first time with a stimulus, give them extra, motherfucker. Why would the people who can work?
Yeah, like the elderly or the veterans or disability, they should get the 5. And the people that are working should get the $2,500, but no, it's backwards.
And it all leads to...
How's that work? Who's coming up with that scheme?
Yeah, well, it leads me to my next scary question, right? In my mind, I got three terrifying things that keep me up at night. 3 thoughts, all right? And here it comes. First one, the response for all of this shit, right, was federal cunt cutting and all this fucking getting rid of these fucking people and shit, right? But how was it allowed before? You're telling me that there was nobody at all walking around these fucking places going, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm sure there was, but everybody kept their mouth shut.
That's what scares me.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck can if that's possible, what else is out there, right? Then,
and the people that were walking around that were supposed to be doing it, them are the ones that were sleeping and working from home and actually not doing nothing, going to the bar all day, go to the golf course in the summer, go fishing.
But the fact that shit was going on, right, and then there were other people that were actually willing to go, that they were seeing that, right, they're doing the same job, let's say, and they go, all right, I'm going to actually go to work and do my job, and I'm also not going to fucking rat on this guy, even though I'm technically doing both of our fucking jobs.
But I want to straighten it out. Or try to straighten it out.
It's crazy to me, because then you end up in the place where we're at now of like, well, if you just throw enough money at a motherfucker, you can literally have someone spit in the food and give them hours once they fucking, like that's the sort of mentality of like, well, okay, just pay him off.
The world's sick.
Yeah. Like, how far does it go?
As soon as you see that, man, that guy should be fired. Anything stupid, you're not even working. People that weren't working, I've had it. People weren't working, and they get to stay there, and we got laid off or fired or whatever else. You know what I mean?
Now, you got that fucking shit so rampant that it's confusing to me as to who the hell you actually blame besides the powerful for fucking lack of work. Honestly, because it's like, I'm capable of working now. You do stuff constantly in your, like you do specific types of work, I do specific types of work, but there's a bunch of different shit that me and you are capable of doing. Right. So it's not just one job, I'm saying, that we would have an opportunity to get, right? And instead of letting any of those opportunities exist, they've put limits on us both. that don't make any fucking sense and have nothing to do with us as people.
I mean, they'll allow me to drive around with one on in the car, but they won't allow me to do an Uber or nothing like that. Now, why? If I can drive, why can't I deliver with one fucking hand? And I'm a better driver than half of these motherfuckers out there.
Thank you.
2 accidents within the last 2 years from able people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And from what I understand,
couldn't avoid it.
From what I understand, you're not going to be fucking stealing from them, beating them, raping them, killing them. All things that have happened in Uber because they can't even do a background fucking check. Let alone, but they'll make damn sure that you won't fucking get that job. Magical. Fucking magical. I don't get it.
Or standing there on a market basket, they got guys standing there because people are robbing. So they got a guy standing at the door that watches, to make sure everybody's going through the line. I can certainly do that, but nope, I'm a health risk. Well, I'm going to sue them because I'm already hurt. So, job for me is a question. But give us the right amount of money.
Well,
hello. Kibby's Pizza, pick up a delivery. You want a pizza? No? Fuck off. I'll sell eggs to you then. Assholes.
That's what you have to do, like, you got eggs?
yeah. Somebody from fucking Asia or wherever they're calling from. Oh, I'm ready to get rid of the home phone. It's getting sickening.
Yeah, you got like
if I ain't get 30 calls a day
30
all day,
calls?
and about 10 of them I already
day?
answered, Kibby's Pizza, pick up a delivery.
Is that literally every day like that?
Every day. Starts at 9 o'clock. And as soon as you make a phone call, it's off. It's off and running. It's like somebody knew that you made that phone call. Now it's an open line. It's an open line to wherever they're from.
It's something.
Because they're not English. I don't know who the fuck they are.
There's a few scammer things that...
But I know right off the rip, it beeps first. It goes beep, so you know it's going across country. It's not from around here.
Yeah, it's connecting a lot.
But as soon as I say Kibby's Pizza, pick up a delivery, they don't say a word.
Nothing. You ever had somebody reply?
I had a big argument the other day with a guy. I'm like, how many fucking times you call me a week? I said, you probably call, we call random people. And he's in some accent, but he was speaking English. And I'm like, you're not getting a dime from me. I ain't got a fucking dime to give you. What can you give me? And he starts like getting mad. He starts like getting mad. And we're having an argument back and forth. I'm like, dude, you keep calling. I said, you need to lose this number. Write it down or something and stop calling. But it's not that way. It's like I said, it's an open line. They don't know whose number they're calling.
Yeah, of course.
So it's repetitive. It's the same motherfuckers all fucking week.
They're killing me. I watched the guy who actually he fucks their computers up. He fucks them. Like he'll call them and be like, "Oh, I'm an old lady. I need the right." And he'll pretend he's getting robbed. He'll hack their computer while he's doing it and be like, "Hey, listen, I know who you are and where you live."
Yeah. Well, I said that to one of them too. Hey, I got a tracer on this phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be finding out who you are, and me and my crew's coming here to get you.
Dude, it's my favorite. There was actually a guy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. His name's Mark Rober. He's got I think like 8 of them now. Where he literally does the hacking. Right, he tracks them. He sends fake packages to these motherfuckers, gets them arrested, and they're covered in glitter, and all kinds of fucking fart dust is coming out of these fucking things. Bugs crawled out of one. The whole fucking office was covered. They fucking evacuated. Dude, it's one of the greatest things of all time. They shut down like whole districts of fucking, not prank calls, but like scam calls.
One of them didn't even know what I'm talking about. I says, I got a stable full of horse shit already, so I'm not interested in buying anymore. Then he's like, no, I'm not trying to sell that shit. And I'm like, yeah, but I got enough horse shit. I said, do you want to buy any? You got plenty of horse shit in the stable.
I don't understand, like, they literally make billions of dollars doing that shit, and it's like there's so little infrastructure to stop it.
It's amazing, but there's so many stupid people that will accept the call, and then they start giving out numbers or whatever and believe shit.
It blows my mind. Dude, we know people.
Or the Facebook ones, the messenger ones. We already know people who are taking for a bunch of money from that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
people, that's the same kind of people that are doing it on a phone, though.
Yeah.
I can't see anybody falling it for.
Dude, me and you should have that much fucking game.
We should have phones. And
that's what I'm saying.
Like that movie.
Imagine having an accent that crazy where you're like, I really need the money, right? Like fucking, like you're from fucking deep Africa, and you're somehow convincing somebody we know to give you more money than they've ever given us in their lives for anything. It's fucking amazing, dude. I just make on. I really love you. Thank you so much.
I even had a conversation with them. I said, how many people do you get a day that actually like is gonna fall for your bullshit? You know what I mean?
It must be.
I'd like
good
to know.
amount,
And he's like, oh, if you're not interested, I'm gonna hang up.
He's like, he doesn't want to.
No, I'm interested in how you do this. You know, I want to do it.
I've only seen like a handful, but sometimes they will fucking like just sit there because they're just fucking bored most of the fucking time. They're like, yeah, this occasionally it does go through. Like they'll tell you like what the fuck it's like. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Well, if you have to answer me, but I haven't asked many.
It's
I
pretty
should
wild.
ask. I should start asking them. Like write a bunch of questions down and ask them.
Dude, be like, hey, listen.
Hey, how do I get into this business?
Tell them the guy you're being
Can
recorded.
I do it from
fucking
here? I'm home all fucking day. I'm home all winter. I'll do it all fucking day.
Well, see, I was thinking about this, right? Because we have, I have all these like the photos that we're selling online actively on all of our websites, apps, including right where you're at now watching us. But I also have all these different things.
Any size too. Beautiful pictures.
We have, and they come in a lot of different wild frames.
Anything
too.
you want.
The 3D wrapped frame that I did for Mom, which will actually show now once I'm done with the editing. For her birthday, I did a drone shot of Fall River with a thunderstorm.
Oh yeah, I seen it. The three of them.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Dude, when you were looking at it right in person, you walk past one and it's like because you can still see around the corner of it, it's almost as if you're looking at a window. It's fucking trippy. I'm like, what the fuck? Every time I look at it, it's fucking crazy.
It is nice.
I didn't even like plan it like that, but things like that, like I'm actively trying to sell those for money that we're making now, and we have all these other different things that we come across during the day, and that was something that was so mind blowing to me and totally started bending my idea of what reality was. Was when me and you started doing what they call curb alert pickups. Craig's list was a major one in the beginning, but then there ended up being a lot of different sources of this, and I saw it once or twice working for different companies of like, oh, well, if you have something that's kind of broken, you got to throw it out for insurance, and then insurance will just pay you, the company, for the entirety of the product, and you just throw it out. So we're finding brand new fucking things out there. And some of the shit is like, why would you even do this stuff? Like, why would you throw this out? I don't get it. And then you got to wonder, it's like, well, how much of this stuff that they're paying for, like, what does that do to the economy? When you manufacture
That's
a bunch
another
of
way
shit.
that needs to get checked into, because I've had people that offered me generators. I said, didn't you just buy that? And he's like, oh yeah, I just bought it. Nothing wrong with it. But I told the company, I tried to start it and it wouldn't start, and they told me just to keep it, and so they sent me a new one. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Send the fucking thing back. You gotta make sure it's broken. Nope, these people are keeping things.
Like what's it costing to even make this stuff, right? And then they're not recycling.
That's what they say. Oh, it costs us more money to take it back, and if it does need work, yeah. But a lot of these people are lying, and it doesn't need work. They're lying to you, and they're getting free shit.
Yeah.
And then turn around and sell it. So somehow they're gonna put a stop to that. I hope. I don't know how you would do that. You know what I mean? If you're not allowing it to come back. They should have like a local company or something. Okay, well, drop it off here then. You know what I mean? Like in each town or each city, like at least a couple in Massachusetts.
Like you have a site center at each mall.
Yeah. Instead of sending it back to wherever, say it's coming from Detroit or something like that, or California, have one in each, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and then at least bring it back to see if the fucking thing's working. Because that's a big scam going on right now too.
We'll talk about a big scam. Offshore wind.
Oh, that fucking thing. I hope they said he was going to put a stop to it, but I've yet to hear anything about it. That shit that was in the progress of being built is still being built.
Really?
So that's bullshit. Cut the fucking things down.
No shit. Or at least they're
like the ones that they built out here, they're supposed to dig a trench through this river. They better put a fucking stop to that shit before that happens. But if it's in the process, I think that it's still going through.
Well, from what I understand, they're supposed to send over a state representative that looks over the program, and if the state representative gives the clear, then they're allowed to continue if the contract is already ongoing. So
that's what's happening. You know, the ones that maybe they're not doing any more sonar blasting. But still, the shit still ain't gonna be no good. You can't dig a fucking trench up this river.
No, they've been destroying.
They're gonna release shit that was from fucking billions of years ago down there, sediment.
Yeah, you get your fish, your oysters,
all the heavy
shellfish.
metals that's in the ground. So that's all gonna go and poison everything. Now you're poisoning yourself.
I mean, who knows how many seasons of shit they're tainting, and they don't have to report it either.
I mean, that was the biggest fucking farce as soon as it started. I'm like, that's the last place you want to be fucking with, is the fucking ocean. No. Who's the brainiac that came up with that to be fucking slaughtered, the cocksucker?
Yeah, and all of a sudden now you're getting... And
then people
whales.
Dead
whales.
Oh, no, that's not true. There's no scientific... Yeah, it is fucking true, and now it is proven that it did do that. So now what? And are you still going to allow it?
I couldn't believe when they had the photo of the dolphins with the fucking ear holes actually blown the fuck out of their heads. It's like, what the fuck else on planet motherfucking Earth is doing that shit? You know what I mean? And you're going to let that happen to Flipper. What the fuck? But this does kind of crawl back around to the other topic I was going to touch on that me and you constantly get into, and I actually have some scary evidence for the reality that aliens are kidnapping us in the night, wiping our memories, and putting their fingers in our bums. I don't know if it's necessarily their fingers.
Now, what kind of proof did you get? What, from where?
So, alright, I got this podcast, okay, where, actually there's a couple of different ones. I wanted to make sure it was more than one. You know how I constantly say that I'm being shadow banned?
Yeah.
Right? And today was actually like the proof of the pudding, of like now we know for a fact that no matter what I do, right now, I'm not going to be able to get solid work anywhere doing anything. Okay? At least, like not right away like I normally would be able to. Because I used to be able to just fucking, oh shit, I need some fucking work. 30 applications. Boom. I'm hundreds of applications deep right now. Nothing. Not a word back. The fact that that's fucking happening, right? And I'm sitting here going, okay, what if I just do my content creation? I get no fucking views. The people that I know can't even see my stuff sometimes. So I'm like, so I'm shadow banned there. But I'm doubting it still. I'm like, is this even fucking real? Because you can't find fucking proof of it besides that's what you're seeing in front of you is that you have no views. So you're like, am I really just that fucking sucky? You know what I mean? Like, but then you see somebody that posts a video of like a foot, and it's just sitting there for 3 seconds, and then it gets like 30,000 views, and people fucking actually find it funny for some reason randomly sometimes. Like, you're like, how the fuck? It really freaks you out. Podcasts that have huge views that I've been watching because I have had nothing else to do are starting to get affected because the small time people are totally squashed now. So now they're not even putting shit out. So now the fucking algorithms are just hunting for shit, right? So these people that I watch all the time, Danny Jones, Jesse Michaels, Joe Rogan even, Jimmy Dore, all getting these weird random shadow bans when they talk about certain things, and all of a sudden their viewers go right down the fucking tube out of fucking nowhere. But the next day when they talk about something popular, bounces right fucking back. And it's got
something that don't really matter, right?
Yeah, well, it's getting to the point.
If you talk about something that really matters, it'll squash you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But it gets worse than that. You try to search for them, all of a sudden they're unsearchable. Can't fucking find them, as if they don't even exist.
There was things you sent me and was taken off like instantly that I couldn't get.
Yeah, it's happened to both of us a lot, right?
Yeah.
So come to find out, one of the things that this is true about, right, is now would you do that to anything that isn't true? No. Right? Because what would be the fucking point?
Yeah.
Why would you fucking delete and block things that aren't fucking true?
Yeah.
Or that aren't, like, dangerous to somebody?
Yeah.
Now, why would you do that to abduction videos? Because apparently, Google and YouTube, and I think, I forget exactly where else they said, but major companies are starting to actively fucking delete videos about abductions. Like they don't want people to know about it. And when the companies went to go and ask, because these are people that make money, they wanted to find out what the fuck's going on, right? They said, well, we didn't break any rules. The hell's this? They said, sometimes this happens when you talk about stuff high up in government and stuff, and there isn't a recourse. You can't do anything about it.
Well, I'm sure it does. But it could work both ways. I don't want people to. I don't know why you would take it off, even if it was for entertainment reason. You know what I mean? Why take it off? There's movies about it.
Yeah, like because they asked, it's like this is something that's affecting their business. You know what I mean? That you put however much money, $10,000 into a fucking episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to know where the fuck your money went.
Yeah, or where the episode went.
Look at my whole business. Yeah. Right. So now, if I want to shoot a paranormal special about things me and you were actually seeing, and get this.
Well, almost like that one with that 100. What, you seen 1,000 things that night? Remember? And I tried to put it on another group.
Saw it.
I put it on another group, and I got blocked for a week or something.
Oh yeah, the video. All right, so I found a channel called Scanner Guy, and then there's a number listed that I won't give just because I don't think he likes to share his channel. But you can find it yourself on YouTube. And plenty of other people do this too, but he has a specialized camera like what I have, and he was recording thousands of these satellites that pass by in the night, along with other objects, because things that change direction randomly aren't necessarily satellites when they're that high up. And I'd seen this, I shared it to him, and then you shared it to your Facebook pages, and then was it deleted first?
It was fine on my Facebook thing, because not many people were looking at it. But when I put it on a group that had like 4,000 or 5,000 people in the group, It got shut off right away. Didn't even get on it, and then I got banned for a week. I couldn't post anything to any groups. I couldn't comment to any groups.
So it wasn't just from one group. You got banned the whole way.
Yeah.
See, I don't understand how the fuck, like, that particular instance I get, because that particular person may not want that shared.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But how did he know that? I mean,
That's
would
my
he know
question.
that I shared it to that group?
I don't think so.
I don't think that he would know that. So
because I don't
why
have a
did
way
it
to
get
do that.
shut down right away?
That's why I'm starting to
Kind of
wonder.
weird.
That's why I'm starting to wonder. And the more that I see those posts from like Bridgewater Triangle, right? They're like they post pictures of Starlink and they go, "What the hell is that?" It's like, dude, how many people are gonna post in the same group? What the hell is that? Before you actually notice it. Is it being hidden from the fucking feed from some people? So that way they don't know about it? Because how many people are out at night looking at these things? Not many. Because I tried to explain it to people like,
no,
what?
but the satellite thing, I mean, everybody should know that, but there's still people that don't. They're amazed by it.
I think it's because they're meant not to know.
Yeah.
I think that they put it in your face, like all this other shit, this crazy stuff that we're seeing, all this stuff that doesn't make any sense at first. They do it in a way that is out in the open, so that way you can't go, well, they're fucking hiding on it. It's like, actually, no, it's
Well,
right
that was
there.
like the drone thing. It was fucking crazy at the beginning when it all happened. I mean,
It's
slowed
still
down,
happening.
but not as much.
No, it is. It's still...
But not here. I'm saying I
Oh,
haven't
no,
seen
here,
it like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
no.
even the ones that were above, that was way the fuck up there. I haven't seen them. And I go out like just before, like the same time, just before the sun goes down.
But where do you go? Just
I
from
don't
here,
know,
right?
I just look off my porch.
Yeah,
So from what I've seen before, I'm not seeing anymore. I mean, I still see drones, but not like it was.
We have a special...
There was some night shit. I seen like 30 in the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. When you go back on the mend, there's...
Last night I tried to get it, but I was shaky. I had a few beers and shit, and it was right above the house, real close.
You can always get one... I mean, I even have a spare one at the house you can use. A tripod that can hold your phone for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And literally, you do this, and it opens up itself.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do
pretty
anything
soon
crazy.
I'm going to be getting the GoPro anyways.
Well, see, GoPros, they work all right-ish at night, but phones
Better than the phone,
nowadays
huh?
are actually better.
Yeah, if I
Most.
zoom in.
Yeah, so, I mean, I have to look at your phone to kind of tell, but yeah. A tripod's
I
always
did
makes
learn
it better, though.
how to zoom in for pictures. Not so much for video. There's got to be a
For
way.
some phones, it's tough with video.
Yeah.
They don't all have it. I don't know. Like I said, I have to look at your phone to find out. But
But I do want the GoPro for the boat anyway, so I can do episodes, you know.
yeah, of course. Hey, and if you ever end up with like a camera too, and you put like a lot of footage out, because I know sometimes you can just kind of post the videos, but if you need stuff edited, you know you can just come do that shit. But
there's a bunch of stuff I need this coming up soon.
Okay.
Not expensive, but a lot of shit that I'm gonna need
yeah.
for the coming.
Oh yeah, I
season.
can help you pick that stuff out too, because I have like the Amazon Prime shit. And
Gotta find a nice size, the right size pair of waders so I can get in and out of the boat, because the boat ramp sucks. It's the kind of point they don't have. It's just a boat ramp. There's no fucking dock and none, so you gotta put the boat in the water
like lob yourself in.
and get a fucking ladder, because I can't jump. I can't drag myself up, so I'm gonna have to get a ladder. But I gotta get in the water at least waist deep
Yeah.
to get into the boat,
You
start
gotta
the
get
boat
your
up,
phone
and
and
then
shit.
go fishing.
Yeah.
You know, all the ones that are floating docks, put something there.
What about the one they put in Gaza for $1 billion?
What?
A floating dock that was destroyed within like 2 weeks from a fucking storm.
Oh, I seen that one, the one that goes up and down on the waves.
Yeah.
No, to them it's no big deal, right? They got all kinds
Yeah,
of
it's just our money.
They got all kinds of money out there.
Well, I mean, it really kills me. They get all this fucking spending cut
Like the
shit,
shit
right?
that's in Dubai, it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I guess something about that.
The multi-rich.
Did you know that there's a certain type of light bulb? A color of light bulb, not a name brand or anything like that, but just a color that is not legal in Dubai.
Why?
Because supposedly it's a form of mind control.
What?
And
A light bulb?
you know how those light bulbs blink now?
Yeah.
The ones that are blue, that they tell you to fucking wear special glasses for and all that shit? It's because it's damaging not only your mind, but your eyes.
There you go.
Fucking cooking you. And making you fucking... It doesn't have to make you... It doesn't say, like, go eat toast, like, specific shit. It just makes you like, oh, make them sadder today. Fucking crazy. That's how they get you to fucking be like,
Yeah, that's like keeping a cell phone by your ear and all these kids playing with it and shit.
They've
They
told
don't know
people
what's
now.
coming, from the 5G.
Yeah.
Sure, something's going to...
The companies already told them.
It causes cancer, I know what I see
Yeah.
that.
It actually you can feel the fucking heat from the new ones.
No.
Right? And I was trying to find out, like, oh, is that bad for you? And they were telling you,
Oh,
don't
of
even
course.
keep it in your pocket. From
Yeah.
the company it says this.
Yeah.
I'm like, The fuck? I'm like, how's he got a phone?
Or all them cell phones that blew up on people's faces. Right?
Oh my god, dude! How about
if they're all stacked with that already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it takes is a signal.
Yeah.
That's in my pocket right now. Blow my dick off.
Fuck.
It's fucking, and we have to laugh because it's like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? Because they've made the world run on this shit. And it's like, well, if you don't, you got to do what I said, right? And the other day somebody laughed. They said, "Oh, remember when you said you're gonna walk into the woods and have everybody follow you?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're fucking right. Fuck this."
I try to get it off for one day. I mean, I will once I'm out doing my fishing. I won't be around this shit. But I try to do it, like keep it away for one day, and I just can't do it. I'm like drawn to it because there ain't nothing else that's fucking. So I get on Facebook.
Well, they've shut everything else down. It's like even remotely enjoyable, dude. I tried the park just to go and look at the water, the pond, the Cook Pond. You can't even park anywhere. It's all fucking blocked.
Blocked off.
I had to park somewhere else and walk there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, I don't mind to have to park somewhere and walk somewhere else. I don't give a shit about that.
I mean, some of them you do have to lock them down at night. You know what I mean? Some of them, but.
Well, the fact that you even have that
places
problem.
like Gooseberry, come on, man, you should keep it open in the summer.
No shit.
I think they do in the winter, Gooseberry. I think they keep it open.
On some days, but it's not a reliable thing.
Oh, like the ponds and stuff like that. I don't like that they lock that down. Come on, man, it's not even a giant area to fucking go there and check things out.
Have somebody check twice in a fucking night. What's the big?
And that was a place that they could put the snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you could do. And it's just like, just shut a gate, fucking.
We don't want to do. They don't want to do their job, but they won't get laid off. How come they ain't getting fucking
No
fired?
shit. Yes, yet again.
Right?
Preach to the fucking choir, dude. I'm telling you. There's so much of this absolute nutty shit, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around what's the next step into the. Gotta get waiters. Gonna be waist deep in it now. I was thinking about this too, like the bird flu starts fucking mutating, or they got a different flu now, like you said that is getting
it's killing
sick.
people. Yeah.
Fucking this shit
like
gets
30 something of the deaths right now. 34% said was from the flu.
Yeah, so
not from the coronavirus that's going around,
yeah.
not from the bird flu.
So I mean, let it fuse with that fucking bird flu shit. What the fuck do we do? Because I mean, from what I understand, COVID was a pussy flu. Right? A pussy virus, and we couldn't even fucking handle that.
About that, too, I've been around so many places. I haven't seen not one dead bird yet. And a few years ago I did. Like when we first heard about bird flu, I did see birds dead.
I've been hunting, too, looking
around. But I've been a lot of places.
I haven't seen yet either. So what I'm planning on doing, and because I don't have transportation, this isn't the easiest thing to do. I want to find out who exactly reported those groups of dead birds that are out there that are closing those parks, and find the photographic evidence.
Yeah.
Because some of this shit might be fucking fake.
Or is it bullshit? But something is going around with the chickens. We know that.
Well, I mean, as far as we're being told.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there is videos, but it could be from years ago. Even a pig farm dropping like $1 billion. Not $1 billion.
No, yeah, they killed $1 billion
worldwide. Almost a million into a pit. And then they covered a pit with all white pigs.
They were going to kill 400 emus at a farm in Canada a month ago. But here's the weird thing. They were freaking out about killing these birds, right? And then they find out that there was a study done there, and that they had these vials of medication that they were trying to turn into a vaccine for COVID and something else. And they told these people to burn it. And when they asked why, they didn't receive a response. But they just said, either burn it or we're going to go there with a third party and have all the animals killed. So why exactly do they have to fucking burn that fucking shit? What's so bad about it?
Killing whatever is in it.
Well, I'm wondering, like, I'm not saying like
I mean, maybe you would think like if you burn poison ivy, it gets in the air and everybody gets it. Whoever's like allergic to it gets it. So I don't know how come that don't work with viruses, but maybe the heat kills it.
Well, no.
But in the meantime, if it's smoldering, it's going in the air.
Well, no. I'm saying like the virus itself being burned isn't the issue. The issue is why exactly do they want to go and burn the project from some doctor or somebody without any explanation? They want to kill off these animals without any explanation, but they know for a fact that they have to get them killed. It's like, wouldn't it be pertinent to explain fucking why first, so we know what the fuck's going on?
Well,
which is what I'm saying.
They don't want you to know.
That's it. And the same shit with the parks too, and all this stuff. It's like, well, they're closing all this stuff down. Prices of eggs are going up. All this fucking weird shit with. Well, they're getting rid of all these fucking illegals, but it's like, I looked at the numbers, they're not getting rid of more. They got rid of 20,000 less.
That's another thing that gets me in the United States. Okay, things are getting shipped by trucks and blah, blah, blah. How come shit's more expensive, like Debbie? $14 a fucking dozen. Why? Nobody owns fucking chickens that don't get delivered there? How come, if the gas is the same price just about all over the fucking place,
yeah.
why ain't they gotta ship it here? What's so fucking hard about shipping it fucking there? It's only fucking 24 hours away.
That's what I
So
don't
you
get
should be able to ship it overnight.
Yeah.
Why is it $14?
You got me, because I'm trying to figure it out.
Like the government wants to stop a lot of bullshit. How about that too? How about the fucking fuel prices of places? Why is it fucking $6-7 a gallon in California? Well, how come it's costing so much more to ship it there than it is here? That's all shit. I don't see that. And not when you can get shit overnight there.
No shit, and you got all this
Make
automation.
no fucking sense.
Another part of this, right, is they keep talking about all this AI that they want to add, and this had a big shit to do with the shipping industry, actually, because remember they were saying they wanted AI out of the shipping lanes, and that was causing people to lose work? Well, they said they were going to renegotiate this fucking February. Where the fuck's that? And all of a sudden that's okay now, right? So now you got all this stuff happening in government.
And shit from across countries and whatnot, some ocean just melted. All the ice that was there, and supposedly now shipping is fucking half the time to get it here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is we never
shit
see...
should be going down, right?
Yeah, we never see any of these dividends. Where the fuck is it?
Yeah. Who's hiding it? What's going on?
No shit, a lot fucking going on. There's a lot of rich motherfuckers making a bunch of money, and they're giving us...
shit's getting stopped right now, but what about the shit that should have been stopped before? The shit that's getting stopped now, it should have been stopped before. That ain't getting stopped.
Exactly.
Why?
You got the fucking, the new work stoppage that's gonna come as AI sweeps in, and only because it's affecting coders and shit first. You don't hear it here, you hear it in California, but we got a major fucking problem in California with homeless already, don't we? When you start making rich people that don't know how to fucking take care of themselves homeless, then you're gonna have a real fucking problem. But the average person really doesn't give a shit yet. You start fucking taking those people out of fucking work with no plan that has worked yet. Yeah. With fucking people that...
Oh shit, it went down the tube quick.
How quick? Because I want to know.
What's happening now? And if this continues, and people start getting fired, then what's gonna happen pretty fucking soon? A lot of fucking bad shit.
You're gonna be stuck with Pineapple Beast fucking sitting there spitting.
And then you figure out you need him. What if these motherfuckers say, fuck you, we're not coming back? Now what? Now you're even double fucked. Now you fucked yourself doubly.
Yeah, you got, like you said, it's like, what happens if people decide that for a week they just start boycotting everything?
Let's take a day off. Let's take a week off. Let's look. Hey, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not going back to that job. Now you need the motherfuckers, but you fucked them, so now they're fucking you back.
This is the thought that keeps me up at night. This is see, we were down that list.
You're supposed to be amping up a lot of shit and security and like that. Oh no, let's get rid of them.
Yeah,
that's the last place you should be getting rid of people.
Yeah, I like how the first thought that they were when they had that big public.
So you check into things thoroughly. I mean, shit's going on right now. You know, like you said, it's either AI generated or something stupid's going on because there's not enough checking going on to make sure that you need to be doing that.
Yeah.
They're just throwing another shot at you at this point. You know what I mean? Here, take this.
A perfect example, the AI vaccine that they were fucking promoting next. It's like, well, didn't we just go fucking through this of you trying to give us a vaccine that's total dog shit, and us having to fucking sit there and take it? We were being forced to, but because we were also forced by an old man, a fucking marionette walking around with fucking coke in his nose. We thought that we were fucking safe.
And then the people with the regular flu. Okay, so now it's killing people. But yet these people, well, I only got the flu, so I'm going to go out and spread it. Nobody's sitting their asses home again, you know what I mean? They're sick, because I know people for a fact already told me, I'm sick. But yeah, I'm going out because I know it ain't coronavirus. Or they even know it's that, and they're still doing it, because I'm not as sick as the last time.
You can be sick with all three at the same exact fucking time. RSV, COVID, and the flu, and not even know it.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, is like, when we get hit with something real heavy next, it's like, what is the plan?
And the fucking test that goes out, I don't even believe in that shit either. Oh, you're positive. Positive for what, motherfucker? For your horse shit? You know what I mean? Well, what is this test?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Put a swab up your fucking nose. Yeah, you got something. You got a fucking runny nose and you're fucking sick. What's it from? I don't think it's telling the fucking truth.
That was why I didn't go directly into investigating that farm.
How?
With the birds?
Is it bringing up that fucking, what do they call that? The molecule or whatever, the spike fucking
DNA
thing?
Oh, the spike protein?
Yeah, the spike protein. Is that how it's checked?
In a way, kind of. They check for a genomic pattern that matches with some sort of chemical that they
like a home test, you know what I mean? It
no,
doesn't seem like there's really anything involved to do it. Like, what kind of science is behind it?
No shit, at best they're only 60%
and people believe it. They kept getting them. Fuck that.
No shit, and it doesn't tell you all the other things that you're being affected by at the same exact time, which is why we were putting money into things that can.
I got sick once when your mom had it and everybody had it that one Christmas. I did get it.
Well, yeah.
That was the only, and then I think I might have had something.
Well, I was going to say.
But that's going on how many years now, and that's the only time I've been sick.
And you could have been sick with something else entirely and just had the antibodies from that virus in you, and that's the reason you got sick was because you were weakened by that first virus. Which I don't even know if a lot of people even understand that, but you can be sick with something, right? have no symptoms, and then the next week get sick with something because you were sick earlier because your immune system got weakened.
Yeah.
That's what COVID did.
Yeah.
That's why people nowadays are getting sick with all this other crap. Because you would think people build up immunity throughout their lives. Why the fuck are they getting sicker?
Well, that's what they're saying. You get sick. People get more sick. The people who got jabbed. The people who took the vaccine.
That too.
Are getting more sick.
And you'd think the medicine would be getting better.
Which is actually kind of true because everybody that I know has been sick this year that have gotten jabbed. I haven't, and I haven't been sick all fucking year. Now it's going over 2 years now, almost 2 years now. Nothing.
No.
Not a runny nose.
And
nothing.
You're gonna get to the point where you'll need a yearly one because they're all ineffective, and it's like.
And they're doing that for the kids, or the kids ain't gonna be able to go to school. I mean, we got them. They're our grandchildren, and they're only 5 months old to a year to 2 years, and they keep giving them shots, and these kids are sick all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are these kids so sick all the time?
Hey, fucking with their immune systems, man. And you got more shit out there mutated because of it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, Marissa and the kids, every other week they're sick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to go over this week. Nope, we're sick. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? How come you guys are sick all the time?
Yeah, we see it all the time, too.
And I ain't sick.
Yeah.
And I go out more than her. I'm in the market basket every other day.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm around all them people. Don't you think that I would get something if that's the case? Something going on.
I was fucking sick.
She don't go out. She goes out like every 2 weeks. She don't leave the house. You know what I mean?
A couple weeks ago, I was sick with something that I've never fucking felt before, dude. I had wicked body weakness, and the shits that didn't affect, like, it didn't bother me, but I just had the shits, and that was it. In a fever that was fucking like made me fucking like, what the fuck? Like, am I in a hallucination type fucking feeling? Never felt like that before.
How long ago was that?
Like, it stopped like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and it lasted for a long time, like 3 weeks. Fucking just.
Yeah, you just got rid of it a week ago or 2 weeks?
About almost 2 weeks now, and I still feel fucking.
I don't want to.
No, this is. I wasn't even able to fucking move around fucking after I started feeling better. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It made me feel fucking, like, mentally fucked. I never felt like that before. And no other symptoms.
No.
So it's like, God knows what the fuck is out there right now. For all I know, that was the strain of bird flu that's affecting people. You know? There's no way to tell.
Yeah.
No way to tell.
And there's no test for that, right?
No. Not a reliable one that they can get out there to everybody. And they're not even vaccinating everybody. So what the fuck? You know? That's why it's always.
And I might want to drive every day too. Like I said, it's mostly by the water or shit like that. But like, if you have to see anything dead or anything like that looks sick.
I know. Like I said, we're trying to track that shit down because I'm trying to actually find the stuff without crossing.
But me and Joe didn't get no vaccine. He hasn't been sick for over a year. I haven't been sick over a year. Chuck's got the vaccine. Mike's got the vaccine. They've been sick a couple times this year.
I've been seeing the same thing.
So, kind of weird. And then, like I said, with my daughter and the kids, you know, they're always getting shots and they're sick all the time.
We're becoming like the pure bloods, you know
What's
what I mean? Like,
True blood.
Yeah, you can't fucking. When they said that, we're gonna cut down the testing time to get this stuff out, instantaneously.
And that was from
I'm
you
like, what?
because you knew everything beforehand and told me about it, and I was like, yeah, fuck you, you ain't sticking in it, because it all made sense. There's no testing being done on this shit. How do I know what you're putting in me?
Yeah. And then they
So
started
for all
hiding
I know, you're going to make me worse, you know what I mean? So why would I trust that when there's no testing?
No, that was the first time. The second
Fuck,
time.
I can make all kinds of fucking shit like that. I'll make you fucking food out of you, out of fucking mud and fucking dirt and shit.
Oh, like P. Diddy's
hey,
getting...
you need this. This is how you're going to survive.
Dude, you're getting the fucking Diddy Dungaroos, bro. You don't know what they're dunking in there.
Cook with this oil, baby oil.
Oh my god. So some fucking guy was posted online that he was eating maggots in jail and shit, and I'm like, dude, he's probably putting them in his ass at this point, bro. He's fucking like, where the fuck? I think they're trying to get him on a fucking RICO charge. Well, who the fuck is gonna sit there and dime out multimillionaires and stuff? I'm like, you're gonna put your life to risk like fucking Epstein? They're gonna keep their mouth shut. The fuck?
Now there's a rumor going around that he's still alive.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, it's coming that he's gonna finally tell the truth.
He's gonna be the next president, bro. He's coming back.
We've been keeping him alive.
How about the guy that I don't know if I told you recently about this guy, but there's a guy that he's been claiming that he's the Antichrist, going around fucking like yelling at priests and shit, and he's speaking in fucking Greek. He can read the Bible better than anybody or some shit. He fucking is out there doing a podcast.
There's stuff out there. If you wanted to look it up, it's all out there.
Dude, he does a podcast with the guy who did the most, the priest who did the most exorcisms ever for the Pope. And so this is like the top guy, and he's like, demons are fucking real. Don't fuck with them, right? He goes on a podcast with this guy, and they're going back and fucking forth, right? I'm watching this. I'm finding out, like, they say the Pope is the actual Antichrist when he rises to power, and he's gonna start making like.
Didn't he just die? I think he died. Right?
He's in hospital right now. That's just happened.
I think I seen today he passed away.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
he
had double pneumonia last night.
Yeah, last night I seen that he was really sick, but somebody posted today that
they said they were giving him blood transfusions. I'm like, how much of that is baby blood?
Yeah.
I started wondering. But dude, he's been recently saying like, homosexuals, transsexuals, whatever sexuals, aliens, whatever wants to be a Christian or a Catholic, whatever can convert. Maybe he's paying the price.
It's not bad.
I don't know, man. That's what they used to say. You say, yeah, you start saying crazy shit.
Pass that basket around. Home to home.
It's all different colors and shit. There's something
Through Amazon. I gotta come to your house with the basket.
Yeah, there's a tentacle holding it. It's like, what the fuck? Is this the postman? What is this?
Yeah, fuck. I don't want to hear that.
That's what the fuck they're saying. They're telling me
that.
that.
I'm saying for what you said that he said.
What? That he said the aliens?
Yeah, anybody. If you want to convert to it. Okay, here we go.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, man.
Now
you're going against what you've been preaching.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that. He's probably the Antichrist.
Oh, fuck.
Right? And he was trying...
he died, so there's going to be a new one now.
Yeah, well, see, that was what I was about to say, is he was the usher. He was the usher in because he wasn't fully there yet, because he came in and...
Because he hasn't swallowed enough of his own shit pills.
Oh, my God.
McNamara hasn't quite got there. He just started up the program, and he only took a few pills. He was taking them once a month. Now you're going to go to 4 or 5 times a month.
Well, now that leads to my next thing, right? So EG&G, okay, is a company that they are basically like the black, black projects, which is like secret projects for the government. They call them black because they like to make black sound bad no matter what they can do. And yeah, so supposedly they invented the spaceships that were following me and you around while we were fishing out in fucking Westport. So I got footage of these things, and I didn't know what the hell they were for the longest time.
I mentioned that a couple times to like some groups. I still don't mention it too much because that was a freaky night. That was some freaky shit.
But you still have the photos.
That was shit. That wasn't even dronage. I don't know.
The yellow disc thing?
Never seen nothing move that fast in my life. I mean, we've talked about it numerous times on your podcast, a few times, you know what I mean? But that was some freaky shit, man. That and the black figure that I called the cops on, but they said that I was just fucking tripping on weed. I'm like, dude, I smoked weed all my fucking life. I fished every fucking night all my life. I do this all outside in nighttime. Never seen nothing like that night. I wouldn't have called you if it didn't freak me out. You know what I mean? I didn't want to call him, but the guy at the guardhouse told me to call because we didn't know what it was. I didn't know if they were going to rob the house that he crossed across.
Well, I don't think we actually talked about this on the podcast.
Not sure what I seen that night, but
what exactly, like, from the beginning, right? Where were you? How did you get there? And then what exactly happened? Like, try to flush out the whole.
That's back in the day when we had the cassettes with the earphones.
So a long time ago, 80s.
So a long time, yeah, in the 80s.
Okay.
So I had that. I'm listening to Pearl Jam, I think at the time. And I'm at the top guardhouse, and I'm walking up and down the street, getting my exercise in, walking around.
A guardhouse for what?
It was a guardhouse for the power plant.
Well, okay, and this is for the, is it technically like Somerset?
Yeah, Somerset.
Alright, so is that old building, like the old building?
I was at the top road. It was a road that was closed off that led through where the power lines went, and then there was like an ash field of all the ash that they burnt from the coal got buried in a certain area. So it was already a freaky area, but so they opened up that when they started, I forget what it was. It was some kind of thing that had all kinds of people coming in, night, day, and you'd have to make sure that they actually worked there. They'd have to have a pass.
Okay.
So if they were in this area, or if they were they had to go through the main area, get logged in if they didn't have a pass. So they would come through the top gate. So I was watching the top gate. So it's like 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I'm listening to my music, same as I always do every single night. Walking up and down that road. I walk to the end of the road and I look up the road and this fucking thing comes across the road. Now this is a 2-way road. In 4 steps. Goes across the whole fucking thing.
By 2-way road, you're saying like there's two separate lanes for traffic, so you got a wide fucking road.
Yeah, one to go up and one to come down, so that's...
I mean, what, 2 car lanes at least, right?
25 feet, 30 feet.
Yeah.
To take 4 steps and get across that, but this thing looked like it was 7'5", 7 foot, at least 7 something. I mean, tall as fuck, but it was skinny as fuck. If it was like Bigfoot
like
or whatever.
Slender Man type shit.
Yeah, like Slender Man, because if it was a Bigfoot, it was the fucking Ethiopian version. I've never seen that. Like, it just freaked me out, man. So I called the cops.
Like if Kimbo wanted to go to
They got there within about a half an hour.
Yeah.
So I meet him at the main guard shack. So he gets through his spiel where, you're just high, blah, blah, blah. Like, for one, I didn't even smoke tonight, you know what I mean? I smoked earlier before.
Which already throws you off, right? A pot smoker, for those of you that don't know.
For back then, he smokes pot.
Yeah, of course, they had the reefer madness.
I smoke pot every motherfucking day.
But if you smoke every day and then there's a day where you don't smoke, that's what throws you the fuck off,
no,
right?
But
you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, is when you're not able to smoke, but you're not.
Yeah, like if you was a pure alcoholic, if you didn't drink that day, you can't function.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's not that bad with weed.
But you're not seeing.
You can function.
You're not seeing things.
Yeah,
it's not like
I've
when
never seen nothing from not smoking weed. You know what I mean?
And you never will. It's not the same thing. It's when you're actually smoking something super strong that you might maybe.
Yeah, while you're on it.
Yeah,
while you're on it. But I'd even see something. I'd have to be on mushrooms.
Yeah,
I never
exactly.
did that. Or acid.
I just wanted to draw the picture for people that don't want to.
This is weed that I was smoking on. You know what I mean? I had it. I was smoking it daily because when I bought weed, I bought a half ounce, an ounce.
There's varying
So
strengths.
it's not like all of a sudden, I got hit with something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to explain that to them, to the cop, and saying, "Listen, buddy, I seen it." I said, "I suggest that you at least go to that house to make sure nobody's breaking in, because I don't know if it was a guy in a ninja suit." But was he on fucking stilts or something? You know what I mean? Maybe it was. I thought it was somebody fucking with me, like a friend or something. I'm like, is somebody fucking with me here at first? But it just freaked me out so much. So I went and told the guy at the guardhouse, and he's like, "Oh, I call the cops." I'm like, "I don't want to call the cops. I don't even want to mention this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I know is I'm not going to be walking around anymore. I'm going to lock myself in the guardhouse up there and lock the fucking door.
You know they say that aliens frequent power plants, right?
Well, now I've heard that.
This
thing was all black. It was just fucking weird. I don't even like to talk about it because it was just...
You know what else they say?
When I think about it, if I'm alone, and like I've talked to you on the phone,
I know.
And I get goosebumps from it because it's like, what the fuck, man? I don't even want to know that I went. I wouldn't even want to ever see that again.
I've heard that it's not just like nuclear stuff. It's anything that has high electricity can affect, like, it may be making you just see stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But supposedly it might be affecting like the way dimensions.
That's why I quit that job, because I was sitting in the power lines, and I could feel the electricity in my hand, in the air. And when I went to go touch my car handle, like a lot of nights if there was moisture out, you'd see a lightning bolt about like that, and hit the fucking car and zap you. So that's how much electricity was there. And I was already reading about that stuff, how it could give you leukemia, could do this,
change
could do
your
that.
whole fucking DNA structure. Yeah.
I was there when a whole flock of pigeons just fucking fell out of the fucking sky and was all in convulsions.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You never said nothing about that.
Yeah, a bunch of pigeons died one day. Like 15, 20 pigeons flew by and they just came down on the ground and started going in convulsions. And then the guy says, they killed, they fed them poison. That they lived in the power plant.
All of them die at once?
Yeah, which didn't make sense to me.
From poisoning, they wouldn't die at once.
I mean, why would the pigeons eat it? How'd they eat it? You know
it happens, but like...
I mean, could you... That's what the guy told me.
But you can't kill the pigeons.
Because I mentioned it to the guy who hired me to do that job. And I said, hey, man... I went over, there was another building, I went over, I said, hey, man, a bunch of fucking pigeons just fell out of the fucking sky. So he went and talked to whoever, blah, blah, blah. And then they came back and said... And that's when I started thinking, I'm not going to work. I said, I can feel the electricity. I said, when I touch my car on certain days or nights, I said, there's a bolt going from me to the fucking car. It's like I was a guinea pig there. I'm like, why do you got me sitting in that area? Why me?
Dude, this is
And why is a guinea pig? You know what I mean?
They used to test Havana syndrome weapons, microwave weapons, on fucking flocks of birds. There's very little footage of it, knocking them out of the fucking air with electric wave guns. And they used to do it. They used to send it through power lines. They don't need a gun. You just fucking go send it, and it goes to an area, and then boom, just fucking.
And you think if they poison them because the building's way away from where I am.
Whoa.
I mean, not a mile, but about a half a mile away.
Yeah. And
so it's right when they came over, all of a sudden they just fall straight down.
What if they wanted to see if you would see stuff, and that's why you did? They sent in a signal.
I don't know.
Holy fucking shit!
I felt like a guinea pig in that spot where I was. I'm like,
that's not the first time either, because you were fucked around with it 3M too, weren't you?
Oh, that place was just deathly.
This is fucking crazy.
I mean, I should have wore a full mask, which they suggested that you did. You know what I mean? But I didn't, because the guys that was working besides me are just fucking breathing and shit in.
Should have been fireable to not.
But the people that work in the Helitex building, I mean. They look like the hills have eyes if you went in there. These motherfuckers. What do you mean? A girl, fucking, her teeth were falling out. All my randomly teeth were falling out, or she was going bald. Another guy, the same thing, sporadic hair growth, teeth falling out. I mean, everybody that was in that building, they just, you could tell they were sickly. And I even asked them, how could you work in this building? You know, oh, well, I have to support my family. I'm like saying to myself, what the fuck? I felt so bad for the people.
Well, like they knew that they weren't fucked up till they got there.
Yeah, to them it was a decent job, $20 an hour, blah blah blah.
At the time, probably.
At the time, it was it's a good paying job, but you're sick all the time. I started getting sick like every other day, sore throats and shit like that, coughing up like blood and like coughing.
I remember you saying something about somebody pulled a prank on you where they they said, oh, sniff something in this bucket and it instantly gave you like a nosebleed or something.
Yeah, that was from the pure ammonia. It was pure though. Straight ammonia. And he had a bucket. And he says, oh, go get me that bucket. So when I went over and got the bucket, the lid was on it like loosely and it fell off. And when it did, I got hit with a wave. I actually fell to the ground. And it can collapse your lungs.
Yeah.
And it was like a joke. Oh, I was only kidding around. I'm like, dude, man. You almost fucking felt like you almost killed me. He's like, well, if you did breathe it in deep enough, you'd collapse your lungs. So I'm like, what the fuck? Shit. But that job, I started getting sick like all the time. My clothes I'd have to change as soon as I went to the house. I'd get out of my clothes and leave them outside on the porch, and then walk to the third floor and take a shower.
Why?
Because of the smell of the chemicals that I worked with. I was making the sticky stuff for the back of Johnson & Johnson Band-Aids. And the guy that was working ahead of me was making, now this is in the 80s, he was making $40, $45 an hour. So they were, oh, you're next in line, he's going to retire. You're next. Nobody else wants to do this job. And I just quit. I said, I can't be sick every other day. I don't give a fuck if you gave me $100 an hour. I'm not doing this. But they're trying to say, oh, it's because of something else. It's only because of views. It's because the NBA was going down and not many people watching it anymore, so they had to liven it up. And they switched up a bunch of players like that. So it's all about money. So you know it's rigged. I'm hoping it's rigged for the Lakers this year, and they do win it, you know what I mean? I like them. If it's rigged for them, so be it.
Talk about being rigged. You got Linda McMahon, Vince McMahon's wife, taking, I think it's over the education board for the country or something like that.
Never heard it.
It's some sort of powerful position. I think it was in education, and she's actually been looking for it for a few years now.
Does he still own the wrestling?
I think so. I don't think he's given it over to his son, which was initially the plan, or his daughter rather. But yeah, I think he's still running it.
Oh.
And it's funny too, because he got into a lot of shit too with a few hookers that were saying that he had paid to have he wanted to poop on them, and he did.
Somebody recently, I think from the NFL, just got I think it's the NFL or NBA. Somebody just got fucking not coming back to work because of that. I guess they're looking into it to see if it's real or not.
What, they pooped on a hooker?
Actually, yeah, something like that.
It's funny that
or
it's like
raped them or something like that.
Oh,
I'm not
jeez.
sure. Yeah.
I know of a.
I mean, why would they do that though if they got money? I think it's somebody trying to set them up.
It does happen occasionally, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but when it's like every other fucking day, like it was like a couple years back,
Did he
it was
beating his
nuts.
woman up? You know what I mean?
Huh?
Like did he beating his old lady up? You know what I mean?
Dude, you
that's
remember
real.
when the
It's on
fucking
film.
I forget who it was, but the guy's with his wife,
Kicking her in the
right?
stomach.
They come out of the
Jeez.
fucking elevator, and he not only
That's
knocks
him.
her out, he's
Kicks
dragging her.
Yeah, kicks her in the stomach and shit.
That shit was wild, bro.
I think it was Diddy, right?
Yeah, they even had him. Yeah, well, that was separate, but like they had him. He's walking around in a towel and he's beating the shit out of her. I'm like, holy shit!
I forget who it was.
I'm like, he's trying to live the fuck. I thought it was a music video that he was trying to put out at first. I kid you the fuck not. I'm like, this is the. I'm like, he's really getting into this fucking role. Holy fuck! He's like Snoop Dogg when he was in Belly.
You'd have to hear some of the words in the song. Maybe some women will eat.
Yeah, dude. Supposedly, and the case got settled. Supposedly, he and Jay-Z raped the girl from The Ring, and she was 13 at the fucking time. So I'm like, and people were there at that fucking party. You're telling me that nobody fucking thought it was weird that a kid was there? Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna pull your titties out when she's
hanging
over
around
there?
with kids, right?
Fucking
Justin
weird.
Bieber, supposedly a bunch of shit.
Yeah, fucking Usher
up.
back in the day he was the biggest example. He was the first one to say that Diddy made sure that he was getting laid at every one of those fucking parties. And it's like when you're a guy and you're a kid, it's like, yeah, that's fucking cool at the time, dude. But it's like, if I was a full grown man at that fucking party, would I want a kid getting laid near me? That's weird, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, like what the fuck? So
Power is weird.
So you're just seeing a lot of strange shit out there, man. And now I'm fucking starting to see, like, okay, the world is definitely headed in a strange direction, because, like, if I think it's weird fucking now, and things are still headed in the same fucking direction, they're gonna get a lot fucking weirder from here, man. Like, what happens when you start telling people, like,
Even in my job, I think they brought in fucking women on purpose like that to fucking
What place
up
where
the
you
whole
worked,
fucking
you mean?
company. Yeah, that felt like a big giant setup. How many guys lost their fucking wives because of that shit, you know? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Who brought these people in? They had no reason bringing women into that fucking place. It was like that was like a big setup. I don't know what it was all about, or who did it. But that was some evil shit.
Well, hell, I mean, I lost a job to robots from Amazon. You know, like we used to carry around these big cardboard boxes that in factories, that's how you get rid of cardboard boxes. You throw a bunch of trash in there and then use that to dump into a big machine. They had a fucking janitor system.
I mean, I thought about, like, sorry to cut you off, but that's how my mind thinks, like, when I was sitting under the electric shit, and I felt like a guinea pig, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how they got people.
That's how this fucking place felt like. What the fuck is going on here? You sit back and you start saying enough. There's no reason for this, so why'd they bring them in and see what's going on?
Yeah.
This is like some big setup from some evil shit going on here. Yeah? But the people that were there, because some of them were idiots and they're probably just as bad, so they're going along with that.
Or like you said, like they're making a living where they're taking care of their family on it and they don't have a choice.
Yeah, but they did have a choice and they would go with these people. But they didn't know the truth until the truth came out. But even then, some of them were still friends with them. And
yeah, which blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
A lot of that's like, what do you call it, Stockholm Syndrome?
Like I went to parties on Sundays watching football and they're inviting these people over, the women that was creating the problem, and they're bringing them over. I mean, I'm cordial and everything, but in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck are these fucking people? You know what I mean? And I was always weary of it.
Well, look at what happened to those...
Look what happened with this.
Yeah.
That's some setup shit right there, too. You know what I mean?
Well, like, what I was going to say was with their... Well, I got set up, too. Look at me.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, but Area 51, right? This report just came out, actually. Totally legit. People have already come out on it. Public record. They're trying to get money from medical health, so that way, like, to cover their medical expenses, because I guess they were poisoned by whatever fuels they were using in their test subjects fucking out there. And the funny thing was, they knew that they were poisoning these fucking people, and they still are preventing them from getting the fucking medical health coverage, even though they don't even have to divulge anything. They're just trying to fucking make sure that they die without giving away the fucking secrets that they poisoned them.
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Like that job.
Yes, exactly the same shit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure them people are dead. The people that work in that building, I'm sure they're all fucking long gone.
And not in a nice way.
And they were my age, and some of them were younger.
It's awful.
It was fucking sad.
It's awful. And the fact that they do that to the best
And
of
the
us,
guy at the top of me was making, like I said, I think he was getting 46, right? So when I said that I wasn't, they're like, well, you have to stay. What do you mean you have to stay? Oh, well, we'll give you 56. We'll give you 66. That's how they started doing it to me. And now this is way back, and I'm saying to myself, yeah, I could live a great fucking life, money-wise.
Right.
But I ain't going to live for long. It's not worth the money.
Well, especially when you start throwing the money at you like that. It gets a little fucking wary, dude.
So that was even worse. That made it even worse. They didn't even give it a chance, you know what I mean? They hit me with numbers right off the rip, and I'm like, I'm fucking quitting tonight.
That's the thing I don't trust about all this fucking shit. With alright.
And then somebody took the lug nuts right off of that, because I stood for that rest of that week or 2 weeks notice, and somebody took the lug nuts off of my fucking, they loosened them on my wheels, and as I'm driving down the fucking road to go home, my wheel falls off the fucking car.
It happens all the fucking time, dude. This is what the fuck I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
This shit is allowed, and then eventually it gets all the way to that point. You know? They're telling people now, actively, right?
Dumping fucking chemicals right into the water in the morning. You see the guy, he's on a forklift, dumping 55-gallon drums into the river. And when it hits the river, it's turned into like hard rubber right away. So it gets caught they were saying it was getting caught in the props from the big ships that were coming into the power plant. It was after that, I forget when I worked for the power plant, before or after that, but it was all like in all the same time frame. But some awful fucking jobs. That was them 2 jobs. You can't pay me enough. I'm not going to sit here and be a guinea pig. Fucking birds are dropping out of the sky. I'm getting electrocuted every day. I ain't got hair, but you could feel it. Like, you could just feel it.
Do you think that's what I was going to say?
I'm going to die of cancer.
I'm
going to die of leukemia or of cancer in 3 years. Fuck you. Fuck that fucking job.
The whole time they're just testing shit.
Yeah, why me? Why you pick me, motherfucker?
They're waiting for the day your hair comes back and they're like, finally, we figured it out.
Meanwhile, I got an eye on the back of my head. Yeah, bullseye.
And they're like, oh, just stay still.
Fuck.
No, they won't even fucking tell you that they're like, oh, the only reason it didn't work.
I was so happy I lost it. And how I lost the job was I went in one night all fucked up on pills, right? And I called the guy beforehand that's running the place. I said, listen, I've been taking these fucking pills all day. I forget what they were, Klonopins or something, right? And it was like one of the first times I took them. I said, dude, I'm all fucked up. Don't worry about it. Go to work. Just get the Range Rover.
See, you described it.
Go to work.
Yeah, come on
get the Range Rover. Don't work tonight. Just park somewhere and sleep it off, right? So I go somewhere and I'm sleeping off. And I'm trying to sleep it off, and this motherfucker calls me, emergency.
No, they're trying to test you.
On the fucking thing, right? And so now I'm driving, but I'm all fucked up, so I fall asleep at the wheel, and I almost go into the fucking river. There's a river that
and you bounced out from the rubber?
And I hit the one pole I was there. Hey, thank God I hit the fucking... Another intervention from God. He saved my motherfucking life. So I hit the pole. I get a big dent in the car, and I was already thinking about quitting the job because I'm a guinea pig there. So they fired me, and I'm so fucking happy that I got fucking fired. I'm like, good, I don't have to fucking quit.
Holy shit.
Made the guy look bad who hired me, you know what I mean? Then everybody ended up getting fired. And then the other kid, he gets fired. He cuts down, hey dude, 100-foot trees. He cuts them down one night, and so they fall in front of the road and block the road. Nobody can get it into the fucking place. And he's like, you had something to do with that. But I had no idea that was a kid man. I'm like, he's out of his fucking tree. He used to go to work. Him and the guy that was high up inside had nothing to do with the security there. This was a worker. Yeah. He takes care of everybody else. They go in, and that fucking kid, he was there. He just got hired. He'd go in, punch in, and then take the Range Rover truck and go see his girlfriend the whole fucking night in Providence. This other guy was going, and he was going gambling all night, going to the casino. and they found out about him and didn't fire him.
See what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, you go in for an hour, and I'm like, that same thing. I'm sure that was all government run.
Yep. See, and this is what I did.
Yeah.
You probably were guinea pigged, bro.
Tell people what to do, and then you go to the fucking casino all night and gamble and shit.
Gotta get a government
But that
job,
kid was out of his fucking mind. He used to tell me, oh, you're on Range Rover, go home. And I'm going to do, I did my job. I actually stood up all fucking night and did drive around. Not this fucking kid. He'd take the fucking truck and go see his girlfriend all night. Come back in the morning.
That's why they tested you. They're like, this cool.
Then they had a thing. It was the size of this, right? So there's these little, looks like a cassette, the tape.
Like 8-track?
It's on the wall. They're hanging on the wall, certain areas all over the fucking place. Okay. So you go by with this machine, you swipe it, and it tells you what time you swiped it.
Oh, all right, yeah.
He's throwing a fucking machine into the fucking microwave and fucking puts it on for 3-4 minutes, frying the fucking thing.
3-4 minutes?
Then he tells me, hey dude, the roving patrol truck, he says, go over to the gas, and he says, fill it up, and then siphon it out of that truck and siphon it into your truck. You free gas. This kid's mind was diabolical. The shit that he came up with.
Dude, you were being trained by the CIA. You
know
it. They're trying to prep you and shit. Like, hey, this is how you do shit. You're like, oh my god. I see you got a cigarette break. Pause it for now. Oh my god, man. This has already been gold.
I mean, so many things, crazy shit. Like, why is it always me? Why am I involved in this fucking shit?
I've heard we've been chosen. I feel like Dick Trump. I am the chosen one.
Really? No, I've been chosen by God right now. He straightened my life right out. I'll tell you what that is.
Dude, that's what they say, that these things, if they're alien angels, whatever, they say that they guard certain people. And if you ever find yourself, like, randomly surviving shit that doesn't make sense, but you see weird shit in your life, that's them.
I can't believe it.
I could...
The kid's asking, come on, sorry.
I'm not even like that, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I would fucking...
I know they would have called the cops that day. I would have arrested. I really didn't care.
Yeah.
You pissed me off. Now I'm fucking pissed. Back then, I would have broke a hammer out on his ass and fucking smacked him in the fucking head with it.
There's been a few fucking times where I really want to fucking catch somebody like that.
No, it's getting cool with that. I get out of from outside and I gotta shut the fan off. Going back up.
Dude, I've been like that more this year than I ever have, bro. Like, I wear two pairs of pants now. Yeah. The insulated layer. Like, I'm not wearing it today, and I'm already like, this is kind of fucking, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm already thinking it, wow, squidding, I'm gonna buy a nice fucking suit.
Yeah, Mom was trying to find stuff for you on Temu, and I'm like, just fucking give up. Because every time she gets you something, it's too small.
Yeah, nothing from there.
I'm like, it's shaped for Chinese people.
Yeah,
they're tiny, bro.
They're extra large, just fucking half my size. Yeah. Because they're little motherfuckers.
You know what she said to me? She goes, but don't they have sumo? I'm like, that's fucking Japanese, Mom.
You need to find a company from them.
Oh, dude, I was dying.
Buy a sumo suit.
Yeah, a sumo suit.
Walk around in diapers.
Well, like, it's sad because it's like all the stuff that we're all getting is like that.
Yeah.
Everything is like a 2 sizes.
Even normal stores like you go into, there's shit like that.
Well, because you get things from China.
That's why I gotta wear these. I can't wear regular pants because everything's fucking so different.
That's why I've been listening to Colonel.
Or they don't even make the crotch area. Your ass is hanging out because the fucking pants are like built short.
Yeah,
I'm like, who the fuck's making this shit?
And everybody will tell you that knows me. My ass and pants are like oil and water, dude. They just don't work, dude. My asshole touches fucking surfaces I should never be fucking touching. You know what I mean, bro? And it's not just the fucking pants, because the pants will pull the boxes down too, so I look like a real degenerate.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I wear a belt, I tuck in my shirt. I went to school for 8 years, I had to tuck in my fucking shirt. You telling me I don't fucking know? Like, bullshit. Whoever's making these pants is fucked up.
Even some of my sweatpants are like that. Like, who the fuck made these things? They're the same brand, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same name on it, just a different color.
You know,
Yet they're made different.
We're gonna do a holler out right now.
I return them. I return them when I like
you have to.
I don't want these fucking things.
We're gonna do a holler out right now to Melrose Industry in Fall River, Massachusetts, because this has actually been a big thing that's been going on. I want to talk to the person who runs the company, or at least somebody that knows the person that does, to talk about some of these manufacturing issues that we're seeing in the industry. And also, I want to know, like, the whole clothing thing of, like, how exactly, like, does a company like mine, right, get a t-shirt like this with something, like, from, like, a company brand thing, like, chosen onto it? Like, who the fuck do I go to get that shit set up? Because there's no, like, easy option to just have something like that done. You know what I mean? And for a long time, there were people that were actually viewing my stuff that they wanted those sort of things, and I couldn't get it set up where you could just have a button on my website that says, here, buy a fucking shirt. Yeah. You should be able to just do that.
Yeah.
I lost sales.
Should be simple.
So, I mean, that's something that I'm looking into, but I was actually looking at local businesses, like a place called Christopher's.
Now, see, back in the 80s and 90s, there was stuff like that. You could get stuff made like that around
at a specific place.
Yeah,
they even have
no more around.
No, the only thing I've seen that's close is a place called the Sign Shop.
Now you get it from across seas, and by the time you get it, it shrank.
Yeah, they have fucking Temu and all that shit. But it's like I need something reliable even just to get like photos printed. And remember, we had a big issue with a printer from Walgreens just because trying to use the online widget is so fucking confusing. I had to sit there for like a week.
And it still didn't come out the way we wanted it.
So I mean,
it was supposed to.
And it sucks because you don't have any guarantees at that level either. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean,
I could have returned it, but it was, at that point,
well,
because I waited so long. It was like so long to do it.
Because they don't have a good process either. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. But at the, I'm glad at least we were able to get that project done. Though it was a cool kiss photo. But I was learning how to do how to take one picture out from another and layer it on. And in the beginning, it was a big issue because when you have one photo from a branded object, sometimes it'll be like a super different size compared to what is normal in a program. So in order to tweak that and make it actually look real or realistic, it took me fucking months of learning a bunch of different techniques. By the time I learned it, AI had a way to do it when they came out with it within like a week or two. So I was like, this couldn't have fucking come out when I first started this fucking shit. I had to learn all this crazy stuff. I mean, I don't mind now, kind of, because, like I said, for one, it's done. So it actually got to the person that it was supposed to, which I was feeling bad the entire time. But the fact that I know all this stuff now, how it works, is good, because when the AI can't do it, now I can. So, I mean, it's always something like that. But I worry a lot about how you have all these people being told, like, oh, it's okay that all your information is being taken for AI. It's going to help you. It's going to help you do a lot of cool things.
It's going to take a lot away from you.
Well, no shit. Well, what the fuck is it giving us so far?
Yeah.
It's been around for a fucking while now, and all they keep doing is taking shit. Yeah. Where is all this new stuff we're supposed to have? I don't see it. Because even that fucking vaccine they said they had for people with cancer, where is it? They're full of shit. They make a bunch of promises.
Too much things out there that don't come the way it's supposed to. That don't happen.
It doesn't make any sense to me how people are okay with that. I don't get it. You know?
A lot of people can't do nothing about it. It's just fucking the way it is, and it shouldn't be that way. A lot of this shouldn't be the way it is.
That's worrisome, because you get enough people fucking desperate.
Sit your ass home for a fucking day. Everybody should do it. I think it's already. I think tomorrow, the 27th is the day.
Oh, they make that shit work.
February 27th. We'll see how many people sit home. Not because they kind of took it off. I seen it, and now it's not there no more.
Oh, that'll get stopped. The only way to make that work is to say it in real life to people.
But even that.
Yeah, not easy. That's
you
how
you could tell people all kinds of shit, and they know you're gonna do it.
No, but if you can convince them that that's the only way to stop the country from going to straight fucking hell.
I mean, he should have been convinced not to take the fucking needle, right?
Yeah, that's what makes me worried. Like, well, what's next?
Shit gets
like,
out there, and people believe it, and they just go along with it, just like they go along with a lot of shit that yourself shouldn't go along with.
Yeah, I know, because then what's like next? Like, oh, let's just kill all the fucking like. I hate to
But
say
like
it.
you said, people are getting smarter because there is certain things that I see like that, and the people they are spreading it. You know what I mean? If everybody does it, even if it's only one out of 100, at least some people are catching on.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at what happened in Nazi Germany and shit. You know, everybody thought it was not really like a joke, but nobody really thought like, oh, they're gonna fucking take all the fucking Jews out of their homes, and then oh shit, then they're gonna start fucking killing them. Oh shit, then they're gonna actually try to fucking kill fucking all of them.
Now they got all kinds of shit in our food and what's with the
Yeah,
fuck you eating.
things you can't even fucking describe to people.
You couldn't even fathom that would be true. It's true. What the fuck?
It's hard to even fucking wrap my mind around, let alone the fucking like. Oh, and they're telling people with the alien thing, oh, just try to contact this stuff, and it's like, dude, if it is fucking alien and some of this stuff has been kidnapping us and putting things in our butts, why would the hell would you be telling people to fuck with it? Yeah, let's see what happens, you know, fucking like, what the fuck, man? Because at the end of the day,
well, this dick lickers, this pussy lickers, and now they want that. They're fucking alien fucking abduction, sticking the fingers in your ass.
yeah, so they can see what happens without them having to pay
Or
you.
videos have been posted of people putting their fucking fingers in their ass, and then like cutting people's hair, or today was shaving a guy's face, and he's putting his fingers next to him, so now the guy smells it, and he's like, whoa, shaking his head. And I've been posting it on the tape because that's what. Welcome to the tape, motherfucker. This world's fucking sick.
Now, for those of you that don't know, and I'm surprised we waited this long to get into it, Welcome to the Taint is the page that you run on
people don't want to accept it. Welcome to the shit because it's here. These fucking people are sick. These fucks. You gotta post this fucking crap.
You posted a video that changed my world, it changed Grandma's world, and it changed Aunt Debbie's world.
Which one?
And actually, my mom too. It was a video of a lady in India getting purposefully tagged in the face with a 40-pound shit from an elephant continuously.
Yeah, you all dressed up, all looking nice, catching shit.
Not just catching it. She had her head like this, right? And it fucking
people
hit
making
her
soup
head.
out of it, out of the intestines of
The shit.
the elephant.
Yeah, the shit is in
they're
it.
taking they're green and they're chewing on it. I've been posting that to my friends. Them are too sick. I don't want to put them on it because them are bad what they're eating. I'm like, but look at these people munching on it. They love it. Making a soup out of shit. What?
And they look great. Look at
It makes me wonder how long they live. I gotta find out what their life expectancy.
Probably like 140 years.
How are their
and shit.
teeth? Are their teeth staying in their body? Are they really healthy? They could be.
Yeah, it's the ones that are all fucked up. They're all eating American food and shit. They're fucking up. Thank God.
It's America. We're fucking bad. They're doing bad shit. These people are living on shit and they're fucking surviving.
Oh my God, the way she was taking the fucking shit to the head, it looked like she was getting knocked out by fucking like Ronda Rousey or some shit, and she just smiling, happy as hell. I sent it to Grandma.
I sent them to Steve today. Monkey heads. They were eating monkeys like the whole monkey. They cooked. They boil the whole monkey, and she takes the innards of the monkey and she's chewing on it. And I'm like, wow.
They call that long pig.
Now that's a hungry motherfucker.
They call that long pig out there. Monkey brains they like to eat out there. Fuck.
Rats. They're fucking fattening up rats in Japan. Giant fucking rat. I don't know if it's true. But it is true. Cause somewhere
is it a capybara?
No, these are rats. They're fucking chunking them up. I don't know what they're feeding them, but they make them wicked fat and big. And then they take them and eat them. Cockroaches, people's houses full of cardboard. Because the cockroaches go in the
farms
spaces.
Of them?
Yeah, farms
yeah, I've
in the
seen
houses.
that. It's fucking dark, dude. I can't with that. Yeah, I'm walking in that house thinking you're fucking gonna get something.
You're gonna get something. I hate anything with the bugs, bed bugs or anything like that, fleas. And I got fucked out of a fucking job. But I knew they were all gonna lose their job anyways, which they did. And that went into almost like AI. It became all computer generated. So all those people lost their job. But I knew once they brought them in anyways, the whole place, that was the downfall of it all.
Yeah,
they brought like 7 girls in, and everybody started fucking, and they were fucking sleeping with everybody. And I'm like, not all the girls were, but half of them was. And they were just fucking the devil, sent from the devil.
Well, I never ran into that problem specifically, but I've ran into every other one, that's for sure.
Well.
Fucking insane. Now we got fucking now they're saying that 25% of women now prefer AI to real men. And I was like, wait a minute, aren't the numbers for reproduction at the lowest they've ever been?
No, when they make these fucking robots a little better, I'm gonna have to buy one and find out for myself.
I've said the same fucking thing because it's like, dude, you're not even gonna fucking value anything. I'm gonna have to get a goddamn robot
shut
that
the
does.
voice off on it. Just fucking. I'll make it just say a few words.
It's gonna have a broken back.
It'll do my fishing for me. I won't even have to go out anymore.
You wouldn't trust that robot when you're fishing.
I'll be fucking 600 pounds in a year if I don't go fishing. Can't wait to go fishing. It's
dude,
coming.
I get to the bridge to do my fucking my UFO recordings, and you're sitting there on your robot's lap. She's jerking you off while you're holding the fishing rod. Feeding you chips.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, get me a beer.
Yeah, like she's cracking it open with her foot, and you're like, Josh, this is the fucking life. You look like Shiva. You got different limbs coming
hook,
out.
I don't even want to get a sticky hand anymore.
The things we'd say. I'm not gonna fucking, oh man. I remember me, you, and fucking Darren Frank getting out of the car to take a piss when we went on a ride, and some lady slowly driving by looking at all of our dicks, and he goes, yeah, stop and look at the carnies. I could not believe that.
I watched that.
Between that and and we saw that weird,
yeah.
that UFO on the ground thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that was, man.
That
Something
was.
fucking on the ground looked like a, I can't even believe I'm gonna say this, a rollerblade and a kite tied together. It with a fucking RC car or something. Nobody around, just glowing and driving down the fucking street like 30 miles an hour. Yeah, it was the fucking weirdest thing I've ever seen. 20 feet from us. Couldn't miss it. Fucking, then it was the night that we went to the Bristol Witches and we seen the exhibitionists, and I laughed harder than I think I've ever laughed in my life because I thought you were calling me an exhibitionist. Meanwhile, they're fucking floating and fucking.
That was classic, that night.
We got some nice shit at those fucking boxes.
If we had a drone back then, it would have been great. Fucking drone would have been perfect that night. Then we could have seen who was the doctor. Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah, that's right. Shivaratu or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I ended up finding the names and like the information of the people that own the house. Like,
it was that night we stopped in the city and we're like, look up this guy's name. See who the fuck owns that house, and he owns the 2 houses.
How about fucking where we saw the fire moon, right, and the discs and stuff? This is a place that I filmed quite a bit called Gooseberry, and I went there and got sick a few times when I was supposed to try to film these things, and every time that happened, there were witches there performing fucking rituals and shit.
Setting up them rocks. I didn't know about it. They were setting all them rocks on top of each other.
Now we met these two. One might have been a woman. That was at this fucking liquor store that's out there that for some reason started telling us that they're witches.
Dean Snyder.
Dean Snyder was there.
What was the name? The water ones.
Dowsing.
Witches.
The dowsing witches. And they said they found fresh water.
I thought you were bullshit until I went into the place, and I left right away. In the middle of the fight, she tried to start a conversation, and I'm like, fuck this. I've seen enough fucking crazy shit in my life. When I walk through that fucking door.
I'm going to see if I can pull the recording up and put it on this video. I think I can. Because I actually found it the other day.
I told you since I went in there one night.
Yeah.
So nobody's working. Well, they're working, but she's up back there doing whatever, dowsing fucking up water and drugs or whatever. And the guy before me's like, hey, want to rob the place? And I'm like, I know the guy who owns the place. I don't think I don't see.
Yeah, because you were afraid of the spell.
And all of a sudden she comes out and they're fucking in another fucking world. Must have ate a bag of fucking mushrooms or something.
Oh my god, bag of mushrooms.
And I'm like, I told Leona a couple of days, you gotta get rid of that girl. I hope she's gone by now.
You're gonna get robbed this one.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, the guy in front of me was gonna rob the place. Why? How come? Because we were in there for like 25 fucking minutes.
That happened when I was there
don't know where anybody is.
I remember that.
She's in the back blowing up lines. I don't know what.
Oh my god.
She came out. I don't know. She was already weird looking already. So
yes.
It could have been. She could have just smoked a fucking joint. I don't know. And she was a little loopy, but with her, it could have been anything because she already fucking looked out of this world.
Now we were already having a wild night talking about all this crazy shit like we're talking about now.
Oh my god.
Right now, I knew he wasn't gonna go into this place because of what they were and like what they were saying. So I'm like, how am I gonna get him in there? And
the first one wasn't too bad. But once the other one came out,
I said,
that middle
these witches,
a cross between Bette Midler and Dean Snyder.
And I said, they might want to fuck. So we had already jumped back in the car and had left this place. As soon as I told him that, we turned around. He stood, but here we get into the building, right?
Yeah,
I turned the camera on. Like. Yeah, you got in, right? I see the smile on your face, and it's on this video. And you're like, already like, I can't fucking believe he got me into this, right? Then she said that she was a witch or something, and then something moves around in the back, and it was Dee Snider in the fucking back, what looked like Dee Snider. And it was another fucking witch. As soon as he's seen her, I turn the camera around, and he's gone, and the door is swinging open.
Usain Bolt, that was right out that fucking door. I think these witches want to have sex with us, and I was already asleep. I got in there. And I'm like, what the fuck did he just get me into? I gotta get out of this. I'm walking.
Fucking hit your own car.
Talk about walking a line.
Oh, fucking crazy shit you got me
into. They would offer us fucking free. Oh, try these shots. Yeah, right. He's trying to trap you. Fuck. Extract water from your body, you get out of it. Your fucking body shrank and you're all shriveled because it took the water out of you.
Dousing you. You doused.
Oh, shit.
You doused in the waters.
Some crazy shit throughout my life that
Your life, we've shared this experience.
It's like, why always me? It's like, man, devil. I'm not going to you. I'm not joining. Leave me alone already. That's why I stay to myself. I don't put myself in, try not to, but I'm still brought into shit.
Dude, when you ever started telling me that once you start getting into this shit, you're attracted to it. Like I thought you were fucking around. You started telling me about the shit pit and all this other stuff, bro. And I can't escape this stuff either, bro. This guy's spitting in the fucking pineapple juice, right? And I'm watching the manager watch him do it. Laughs and looks away.
I did the same thing. Go to the boss and I'm like, hey, the guy's putting cockroaches. He's leaving them into the raisin squares. Oh, don't worry about it. Well, they closed down.
No shit.
Somebody bites into a fucking big giant cockroaches. You know what I mean?
So hardcore.
Then flies. I was saying, you're supposed to cover that with cheesecloths. And I tried to tell the boss, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're feeding this to fucking people.
No shit, man. I see it all the time, dude. And it makes you fucking question. Of course, we eat every day, so that part of your brain that is like, this place is fucked up, that place is fucked up. Yeah. It's so much now that you literally have to turn that part of your brain off and just be like, oh, I totally forgot about that. That was fucked up. Because it's just like, yeah, how the fuck can you
go to the restaurant?
Get around.
I'm bringing a guy fucking squid. I look through the window, knock on the window. When I'm looking through the window, I see him reach into the fucking, like a pan, like a wok. Taste it with his hands like this. Tastes half of it and goes like this with the rest of it and throws it into the pan. I'm like, well, I can't never eat here. What the fuck? I don't care that it's getting cooked off. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Oh shit, man. Fuck. I can't even with fucking people lately. I fucking can't, man.
It's fucked. And then the shit that you're getting from other people, who the fuck knows? You don't want to see it.
Yeah, when that guy died from the Big Mac, and they said we can restore confidence in the Big Mac. I was like, is that really your first thought? And not to apologize? Me, you're gonna get it. I'm not doing shit to it. I seen fucking people fucking scalloping. Same thing. Fucking spitting into the fucking scallops. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're getting washed up. Come on, motherfucker. You're that fucking sick. Twisted.
And they get a kick out of it. They're gonna kill you. Well, to fucking suck your brain right here.
I was gonna say. I mean, look, I've seen people fucking eating shit and all this other stuff too. So you know what I mean? Like I can't. But then when they start convincing you, oh, it's okay to put it in the medicine. It's okay to put it in the food now.
Really
it's helping you. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You're a snake oil salesman. It's full of shit. Except it's actually shit.
Where's
now.
the proof here that this is working?
Yeah, no shit. They never show you the fucking paperwork. You guys are never gonna fucking believe the numbers. Like, show me that.
And if you did see it, you know it's fucking bullshit.
No shit. I was like, well, let me do my own test based on this information now. No, you can't. No, exactly. Just eat it. Just eat it. Fucking Michael Jackson. Of course, you try to tell us something.
I need a fucking 100 people to fucking guinea pig them and make sure they're telling me the truth.
Yeah, no shit. And it can't be the shit eaters that like it either. Fucking,
Yeah, they're sick and they want you, they agree to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great, it's great.
Look what we made them do. Fucking sick motherfuckers. I'm telling you, it's like a big fucking playground out there.
Can't trust nothing.
No, look at him. He ate the shit.
The only thing you trust is your own fucking being.
They were putting fucking fetal cells in medicines for people, Catholics, and I think it's Islam, that they don't want that sort of stuff in the medicine they're taking. And they were just fucking straight up lying to them. And it's like, dude, man, what if that sends them to hell?
Embryos.
You don't give a fuck?
Taking embryos and doing cell research with it and shit like that. And...
Want to hear something truly fucking awful? Found out the other day, NASA is making human brains.
I've seen that, like in jars and shit, and then they computerize the computers, sitting them having doing computers.
How sick do you gotta be? And you know that
to trust it.
They're not legally allowed to do that on Earth.
They had to do it.
Yeah, they had to. Not only that too. It's a whole layer of crazy.
Yeah.
You fucking can't. I don't even know which part to address first. They're not even legally allowed to do that anywhere on Earth. They gotta fucking jack this shit up to the ISS, they said, and fucking cook it up there, because nowhere on Earth will they allow that shit. It is not allowed. They made them grow eyes.
No, somebody's doing it on Earth first.
Well, you know, some asshole probably classifying
shit. Some fucking crazy shit.
But the fact that they're plugging them into spaceships and satellites now.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Flying
what if they...
That's what's flying all over.
Yeah, trying to contact us and shit, telling us, hey, they're fucking with us.
That's what's flying up there.
Fucking kill me!
Somebody's piece of brain that they grow.
It's horrible. They're cloning us.
Maybe they're taking it from the dead people.
Yeah, the living too.
Bring it back to life.
They're doing it. They've done all of it. I've literally found the fucking research that says that that's exactly what they've done.
Well, they brought me back to life. Who knows how they did it?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who the hell knows? Maybe they fucking cloned you.
Theoretically, I should have been dead.
For all you know, you're fucking flying around in space right now going, what the fuck's going on? Hey, remember that thing that flew over the house?
The mind up there is controlling me.
Yeah, dude. What if that thing that flew over the house the other day was your original brain just trying to go like, hey, help, get me the fuck out of here. Fucking imagine.
Go back to life and meet up again. This is the part that you've been missing.
It's fucking scary, dude. Especially when the government's like, yeah, maybe. Fucking, they haven't said no to any of this shit. They're telling people every manner of fucking psychotic thing. Now,
and they're doing all these layoffs. Stop spending all this money and fucking trying to live in space. Let him spend the money out of his own pocket then, Musk. Right? Spending all that money. You want to save a bunch of money? You know how many billions goes to the bullshit that ain't never fucking going to be fucking found? Not in our lifetime. Not in their lifetime. So what the fuck are we doing it for?
Yeah.
Because it may never come true. So that's just a waste of fucking money.
That and, what's the other one there? The fusion thing?
We're not going to get no time travel. We're going to get there quick enough. It ain't happening. Not in my lifetime. Not in their lifetime.
Yeah. Billions of dollars.
Why is this going on? Talk about waste. It's all right that you waste that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're saying this shit about asteroids, right? About, one may hit the fucking Earth. But no one's fucking concerned with that? What the fuck?
I mean, they say once a few hit Earth, which is supposedly, you know what I mean? But
well, yeah, we see them. The fallen stars, you know?
No, the ones that have it, like Arizona, or what's that big one? There's a big giant hole.
Big ones, yeah.
The ones that kill the dinosaurs. Not a saying there was never dinosaurs. That it's all bullshit. Like the bones that were found is fake. I'm like, well, who the fuck's
that? The Mormons?
It's been on fucking Facebook.
Nah, that's something you fucking.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Possible though.
Really? Anything's possible.
I didn't say anything's possible because I mean, literally, I've seen everything faked. So you know, but
I kind of believe there's bones and shit found. Who the fuck made them? Put them there? There's footsteps in fucking parts of the earth that's in cement, like.
Let me tell you what would be fucking scary is if that stuff like looks real as fuck, right? But it is fucking fake. It's like, and it wasn't us that faked it.
What?
Like, think about that. Like, what if our whole history was faked by another species?
Mm.
There's
a lot to think about.
Fucking terrifying.
Like shit that was built years ago and put here and all, you know what I mean? The technology that it took to do it. There was some kind of fucking something smarter than us was here before.
Oh yeah, with that whole Egyptian.
But is that true too, or did somebody come up with that? That was fucking them. Had all this money and just did it so they could come up with a story.
That's what I think about all the time. That Atlantis stuff and all that.
I mean, look at how many books are out there that are fucking horseshit. You don't know it's fucking true. You ain't gonna know it's true until the end, and at the end, it's probably gonna be nothing. You're just gonna be dead.
Yeah.
Nothing to remember. You go. That's it. That's what I believe.
Or if you get fucking reborn, you don't remember any of it, or just a little bit, little tads. You're like, what the fuck? Why the hell?
Unless they take your brain and put it into somebody else. You know what I mean? Somebody that fucking died of a brain hemorrhage. They put your brain in there and make them live.
Well, they got that coming next. I know that.
And you remember your past or some of it, right?
Yeah, they want to clone you. They want to clone your body and be able to keep replacing your brain, but then the brain dies, so they need genetic engineering to keep that living forever. But some people want to totally forego that and just make an electrical copy of their brain like on a disc, and just be uploaded to different shit. But I don't think that's really you. I think that's just like a copy, you know? If you keep the brain alive, then maybe I could see that. But I don't know, man. I mean, I would want to live at least a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand years if I could keep things to make sense.
Everything went so fast in my lifetime where you never thought, who the hell knows what's going to happen in the next 20, 30 years.
No, yeah, that's what
everything's going faster and faster.
Yeah, dude, like wicked fast. 35, I never thought I'd be overwhelmed by fucking AI. I was like, I thought maybe you'd see a little bit of it, you know? Come to find out, they had AI for the past 70 years. I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here? Nothing I fucking think I understand is real. That offshore fucking wind stuff was a fucking prime example, man. I'm like, you got all this fucking stuff, dude. It's like when they finally put that shit up, is it even gonna be?
Yeah, they put a few on the land, but why wasn't there hundreds on land for? I mean, I know there is some areas that are like that, but like on Mount Washington, where there was the strongest winds are.
Yeah.
How come it wasn't brought there first on land where it was cheaper to build? Why did they start doing this shit? It's like it's a mission to ruin it. To me, that's what it seems like. They're on a mission to ruin it all.
It makes such little sense. One, the way they're already doing it, and two, when it's finally up and running, by the time it is it even going to be fucking
And
worth
all
it?
the chemicals that people should have known back then, you know what I mean? What you're burning and the chemicals you're doing to run shit and making all this fucking bad shit. You already knew it was bad.
Oh, like all
you
the
did
chemicals getting people sick stuff?
Anything, nuclear or anything, you know what I mean? Burning coal. Come on, nobody knew back then that there was stuff in this. You know what I mean? There was no tests being done. I think they did know.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that they knew.
Or the stuff that's being put into food, and look at how it's allowed.
Supposedly, they haven't changed over all the...
Not trying to help humanity, you're trying to kill it.
Well, it was part of like population maintenance. But now that the population's...
Which I kind of got that too, you know what I mean? You gotta...
But you have...
if you're gonna try to survive and save the species...
But now that they can control it, I think they're not afraid to just fucking like tell people about shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there is poison in the fucking water.
But the rich want to be fucking rich and not share. Fuck you, you give up some of your money and fucking everybody deserves something in life, or we all got a pot to play.
Well, like, I don't mind somebody...
Let us all play and get paid.
You know how they all say, like, oh, we gotta tax the rich, right? And that's the fucking answer to all?
Yeah, that's not the answer.
That's what I'm saying, is like, why would it be okay, right, for somebody to have billions and trillions of dollars, which I'm fine with that, if they can earn it, right? But then you got companies that are worth 10 times that shit, that are owned by these people or like a group of people, and they shut down small businesses that let other people try to get a piece of that.
Yeah.
If you don't let them get a fucking piece, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
You know?
Like Ronan, to me, dragging. I'm a fisherman.
Yeah.
They drag the fucking oceans for fish. They ruin it. I get scallop, and you got to drag for scallops. I get lobster and crab and stuff like that. You got to do that with cages. Okay, you need a big boat for that. But as far as dragging a fucking net or doing long lines and all that shit, the long line's not so bad. But even the big boats.
To what extent, too?
Let the guys with a 20, 30 footer go out there and fucking supply the fucking chain. Nope, this shut us all down. I can't be a commercial fisherman no more. They don't want me to be.
Wait till they automate that.
How is that right? How's that fair?
Wait till they automate that. And one of those people...
You say we all got a pot to life. That's the pot that I want to live, and you won't let me do it. Why not? Because you want to ruin it the other way. Because they got the more money to pay, but yet you ruined it. So you're ruining, you're killing off shit. And it's never going to come back because you let it happen.
And there's no opportunity to change it.
And the only way to do it, you'd have to stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it and bring it all back.
Yeah.
Go back the old way. Nope, it's yet to be done.
Yeah.
You want to go forward, that's what the fuck you need to do. But nope, still not being done.
And this is where we're at.
But they like to feed us all the shit. Oh, well, we're gonna. You ain't straightening shit out, motherfucker. Because if you did, we're straightening out. You would have thought about that already. It was a simple thing to stop.
Yeah.
And bring back, but you didn't do it. Which is so many other things too. But they didn't do that either.
I know.
A lot of it I don't know. You know what I mean? But I know it's there, and I know it happened. Same thing. We're gonna let computers take over. The fuck. So we're gonna do with the people. Oh, we're gonna force feed you at home, and you're gonna survive on what we want you to survive on. Go nowhere, do nothing. You don't think people need to go to work? And that's part of being a human being. You got to do your part. Now you're stopping it.
Yeah, it's like you can't even live. That I've been saying to myself, I'm like, this shit isn't even human.
That's what don't make sense.
It's
It's
anti-human.
ass backwards.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing's ass backwards.
That transhumanism shit. I'm like, come on, man. And the funny thing is, like, oh yeah.
And we having this conversation. This conversation was already made fucking 100 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? From somebody else, but they shut them motherfuckers down.
Yeah.
And they went their own way.
Or they were killed.
Path to fucking hell. You know what I mean?
Or they were killed. You know. Look, fucking get hit by a fucking car and you get barely fucking investigated. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Simple things. I said it when I was younger. I never liked that. Electricity. I always say that every time we're on a podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever started coming up with this shit and harnessed this shit, you thought it was good for fucking humanity, but it ain't no fucking good. That's not the way we're supposed to be living.
Well, look at what you have now. They said that
I had that dream. I had that dream there, right?
Yeah.
Follow the path, you know? I wish I could have written it all down that night, because what a fucking dream, man. And that's the way I believe, anyways.
Well, that's
Go back. We don't belong going forward. We belong going backwards. We belong to go back and think the way things were.
Well, they say that
a lot of
all
it.
this,
I
like,
mean, there's some stuff, yeah, you gotta go forward.
Look at
with,
Tesla.
Like trying to save people. And,
look at Tesla's
this
power
heavy
stuff, right? All this stuff is in the air, right? You can charge all these solar things that are fucking running through the air, fucking, and you can use nuclear
Some
power.
of it's good. Some of it's gonna be good.
But they won't let us use it.
Yeah.
They give it to AI instead.
How much it's gonna be?
Why sign over laws that say that you can give nuclear power to AI, but we don't get it?
I just seen new boat motors.
Yeah, the new ones with the no fucking moving parts.
The
You see that shit?
the size of an alternator.
Yeah.
And it's 200 horsepower. Okay, if you made it, put it out there right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. You don't have to pay for gas no more. It's run by electric.
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. Instead of putting fucking shit in the fucking ocean with a big giant blade on it, that's going to fall apart in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Gonna do something good, do it now. It's here.
Yeah.
All right, show us and give it to us at a fucking cheap price.
I don't think they'll do it.
No, the fucking motor will be 10 grand, 20 grand. You can't afford the fucking thing.
Yep. Same thing with the
Only
Tesla
the rich
shit
will
and
be
all that
able to
stuff.
afford it.
Yeah. That's what
Well, you want to make things better, you're supposed to make things better. You want to bring it to us at a cheap fucking price and make things better.
Yeah.
Quit talking about it. Do it.
Word.
Fucking bullshit is. It's how you want it to be. You know what I mean? So you can have control. It's all about fucking still control.
I bet there's a lot of people out there that are going to see this show and they're going to feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, a lot of them say it. You need to say, what is it? They're saying sit home fucking February fucking 27th. Everybody sit home. Don't do a goddamn thing.
You know what we should
You want to do something, take a walk. You know what I mean? Don't go to the store. Don't no taxes. Don't go to work.
If that first day doesn't work, there should be a second day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, March 3rd.
March 3rd.
And if March 3rd don't work, on March 20th. March 20th don't work, okay.
I like that. I'm down
Eventually
with that.
somebody fucking listen and wake these fucks up. They're fucking sick of it. Somebody's going to show them that we're sick of it, and then they'll kill us.
All the way down to the city level. And it just happened the other day. They had a warming center that wouldn't open up to, they had a room. They literally had a room for 30 people. Would not open it because they said that they didn't have the funding. But they could fund all the fucking rest. And a guy died laying in the cold in the road, fucking right next to the place just the other day.
I think they came out today that they said they didn't deny him treatment.
That they said they denied him for rule breaking.
Yeah, they said that they did it. We didn't deny him the treatment, that we would have helped him.
Bullshit.
But something happened, who knows the truth.
It's probably one of those things where they can claim that and they can't be...
Because they don't want no backlash.
No shit. But at the same time, it's like, dude, it's like, you're telling me that you got a fucking room like that and you couldn't even fucking bring this motherfucker in, bro. And he's not the only one, and it hasn't been the first time either.
Yeah, they shut me away from the police when I almost was going to lose my leg, right? They weren't even doing their job. As soon as I mentioned I was going to sue them if I lose my leg, I was shipped off to another fucking place. There would have been no proof of it. I would have lost my leg.
I had the same problem when I got hit with the truck and they didn't have
You're supposed to know what you're doing here.
I went to 4 different hospitals just to get a fucking cast during the pandemic.
Crazy.
You know, and like you said, as soon as I started threatening, I said, who's the director of the fucking hospital? Because now I'm going to fucking start reporting this to the fucking news. Came right the fuck out, handled everything right away. Shouldn't get to that point. You know? But we'll see what happens now that we're, I guess, forced to completely directly interface with the bullshit. I don't have any more buffer anymore, so we're in it. Make sure to share, like, and comment. The more we grow, the more we show, the more you view, the more we do. Billy Haze. Make sure to check out the page Welcome to the Taint on Facebook. Share, like, and comment that show, too. Show your love. We'll be back with more craziness, UFOs, supernatural, fucking crazy world, chaos. Everything's upside down. Poop pills.
It only takes a day or two to go out and see some more.
I'm sure.
Another story.
As soon as I leave.
Same old road. Just a different path.
So we're actually changing our thinking a little bit now that we've ended the podcast. We've thought about it, and actually we want a lot of power. We're willing to sell total garbage.
We want all the power, and we want the motors and everything that you're thinking of, and we want to be rich and controlling and powerful like you. We're going to go opposite of what we're saying because we know that's bad, and that's how we'll die. So we don't want that. We want to survive and be rich and powerful. And
totally
do what you're doing. That's what we want to do.
To them. You gotta
we want to be part of you.
Spit into every orifice you can find.
Yes, that's my 5 answers. First one, I want to be just like you. I want to know what you know. I want to learn what you learn.
Yes, guide us.
And I want to control the way you control. So I would like that. I'm here. I'm waiting.
But like that, I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's got to be the total opposite because that's what everything is, backwards. So let's go backwards. I want to go backwards. I want to reverse what I said.
Right, we'll go,
and I'm opposite.
Maybe you're right. Like it's our wording and thinking of it because as soon as we say we go backwards, all of a sudden we'll get younger.
I said that's what we should be doing is going back. Well, I'm going back right now. Anything I said, I'm reversing it.
Look, this poor bastard.
I'm willing to go whatever. Control me. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to be powerful, rich, control.
You think I was joking before when I first came in and I was saying that? I was like, oh shit, man, I'm willing to give my soul to the devil and all that stuff. I was never like that. I'm like, now, dude, fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck the poor, fucking all these people.
I'm fucking gonna be 58, man. I got less years than what I had years, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go forward.
If it were to
forward but backwards.
If it were to mean that I could protect my immediate family, I would definitely do way worse shit to fucking other innocent people now than I ever would have in my life. So it's true that doing all these things to people changes you. It really fucking does.
Well, it's getting done to us. So.
Yeah, so it's fucking rough, dude.
Might as well become part of it and...
People don't change. I'm like, bullshit, dude, because I would never be like this, bro. Fucking 5 years ago? No way. I'll kick somebody in the fucking face. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. I'll starve you. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. But it's sad, yeah. It's sad and it's funny at the same time. That's why we share it with you. Make sure to share. Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Yeah, no more complaining. We're joining. We're ready to go.
We're in.
We're ready.
Fuck is
we're in.
We
we're in on shit.
Wow. Welcome to the taint, motherfuckers.
Feed the shit. Damien McNamara, wherever you are. Peace, my brother. Feed him the shit.
Oh, my God, dude.